Nothing here to see, just a kid like me, trying to cuss and see, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm here trying to figure it out. Getting hard to sleep, blood is in my dreams. Love is killing me, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm still in here trying to figure it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest show on earth, the TSR Speed Shop Podcast, with your host, the often imitated but never duplicated, the Ayatollah of the radio controller, Tim Smith.
I let it go, cause I won't see you later when we're not allowed to talk it out. I said I'd go, put myself on the show, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I broke my shoe, take the bet on you, but you didn't know I planned it out. I said I'd go, yeah, I won't see you later when we're not allowed to figure it out.
The TSR Speed Shop RC Podcast. I'm your host, Tim Smith. Hey, is Matt Howsen, and we're here to entertain you again a week and a half later. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Woo. And we're live on Discord for all those people who want to join in. We were here early tonight.
Now, just to let, well, I guess we're not even live. I feel like you just let us into like a live bit, and we're not.
Well, we're live to the people here, and we're recording, and we don't edit, so not really.
If you want to join, you know how many poor people are going to go to get on Discord randomly? It's going to be hilarious for us because we're all going to get the notifications. But you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to load this up into their podcast playing app. They're going to hit, and they're in there right now. Completely forget that they just downloaded it.
Yeah, unless you're. Yeah, if you're listening to this on a podcasting app, we are no longer live. We are off doing other things. Wonderful, wonderful things that bring cheer to the smiles of children's faces. That's what we do. Anywho's, nah. So
in the dark.
Right before we came on, we were talking about some stuff, and you mentioned your truck, and that's still an ongoing thing with me.
Is it?
Yeah, chip shortage is hurting me in more ways than we care to talk about. But so it just hasn't quite happened yet. And the good part of that is I love to look. Like I love to just kind of I don't know, just like browse, I guess, and learn about them all. I like the research part. I like learning about each brand and what its pluses and minuses are. Like really feeling like I really know them all, you know?
Right. And
I got to tell you the truth. And that is that Dodge makes the best interior you can get for the money by far. Like their leather, like their full setup, the Lariat or whatever the hell it's called.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like I'm really down with like I love the big what's considered a moonroof. You know, where it's
you're looking at like one of the newer 5th gens then?
Yes, with the smaller headlights, they're like squinted down a little bit.
Yeah, that's the 5th.
Yeah,
gen.
the hood doesn't have as much of
the huge screen in the middle.
Yes, exactly. The one that goes from the top of the dash down to the floor, and there's no
those are the 5th gens.
And there's no shifter knob to put it into gear, just a little twisty knob on the dash.
Yeah, I've had one of those since 2014. Those aren't new, but
oh no, yeah, I've never had a truck with one. I can tell you that. Ford still lets you move it around like a man, I guess.
Yeah, they still have their
I like the knob. I was like, hey, there's nothing in the way. And, I mean, I'm an older guy, but being the girl, taking trips, just saying, nothing in the way. Anywho, so for the children here, that just means that we can sit close to each other. And so, I've been looking, and so I'm struggling a little bit. But, I'm kind of having fun just looking. And so I don't know. And then I thought I might just buy used. Like, trucks are so damn expensive and so hard to get. I've seen some here and there that are not, 20,000 miles. I don't give, that's nothing. I don't give a rat's ass. Like, I'm hooked in with this place that has lease and corporate returns.
Right.
So they're all fully loaded, and they really haven't been, they haven't been raced. You know what I mean? And they've been completely serviced the whole time. So I don't know. I'm just floating around looking still. Who knows? I mean, I could end up with one by the weekend, and I could end up with one in 2 months. I'm not really sure at this point, but I just want to tell you that, the Dodge thing it's now, like, this is how I looked at it. Like, the Dodge is not exactly the look on the outside I like. I'll just say that. It's not bad. The new truck is not bad, but it's not exactly the look I want. With the right wheels and tires, I think it gets there in a 4-wheel drive if it's got the right wheel and the right tire and it just looks right. It's not too big. It's not too small. Everything fits. You know what I mean? That's cool.
Just nice.
Yeah, that's cool to me. But I hear somebody out there. Like, can you hear the lawnmower thing running?
No.
Okay, cool. If you can't hear it, then I'm not gonna worry about it.
I vaguely can hear your music you have playing in the background half the time.
I have it really low. The Chevy truck, I kind of like the body in the 4-wheel drive version, just because it's kind of blocky and dopey looking.
Chevrolet.
Yeah, but the interior is just too plain Jane. Like, it's just too blah. Nothing's happening in there at all. It's just not, for me at least. I have to say that, like, because people get mad because I don't like what they like. And so to me, the Ford kind of has the middle ground. Like, I like the outside of it with the right tire. I mean, they're all subject to the right tire and wheel package, which I know what one I like on each car or truck. And the Ford has a good mix of the inside. It's not quite as nice as the Dodge, but it's not as bland as the Chevy. That's kind of how it feels right now. And I was actually looking at a 2017 that only has it's got 16,000 miles. It's a corporate truck, and it's 4-wheel drive, and it's fully loaded with everything, all leather, all everything. It's got the full panoramic sunroof, the one that's like all the way to the back seat, which is fucking awesome. The whole top of this thing opens up pretty much into glass. And then it's 4-wheel drive. It's got the V6. It's got the turbo on it, so it hauls ass and still gets pretty good mileage. It's got the extended range, 36 gallon tank, and like, it's fucking stocked.
So you gotta put gas in it.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, that thing would literally last me 4 months here in my drive.
That then makes everything hurt because you gotta keep forking it out.
No, so. So I kind of like this truck, and it's a really good deal. So I don't know. The guy actually called right before we came on, started recording. So welcome to the TSR Speed Shop RC podcast, where I spend the first 7 minutes describing what trucks I like and don't like. Oh my God, that was in my notes, and I just jumped ahead because I didn't want to forget it.
Oh well, because you're excited about it.
I guess. So I'm really excited about, though. What's super exciting is
super exciting.
Wait, where is it? That was kind of a letdown, wasn't it? They really didn't do it. Anyways, maybe I'll stick some soundbite in there, like right now, something like that. New software update for the McLaren DRK 160 speed control. Kids wanted a graph, so you got a graph now. You can drag your finger all over it and move it around to wherever you want. It's real easy to use on your phone. Let's see, it's out for, I have calls and messages, all kinds of stuff. What's going on out there, everybody? But it's out for iPhone. It's out for everything. Just update your app on your phone, and away you go. It probably is already updated by now if you haven't done it. And just update it on your speed control, and you can there's some dumb little bugs, but some of the big things that were, people really wanted a graph, so we put a graph together, which is cool. If you like tuning that way, but you still have the old way. You literally, when you open up your data log, it's going to show just like it always did. But if you look at the very top now, there's a button that says graph, or what's it called? I should call it the right thing, huh? Let me see.
I can't help you there at the moment.
I'm not connected.
What do you mean you're not connected?
I'm going to connect so I can tell you all exactly.
Oh, okay. You're totally connected. Oh, there.
Yeah, now I'm connecting more. I gotta find all my pieces to connect.
Does it feel good to connect like that, or like does it feel like
good to
awkward?
connect? No. It's very good. There it is, McLean Wireless. And go ahead and open the app up. Go to data logging.
Wireless.
And it says graph. So there's a big ass button now right below the three little buttons that were up there where it was, load data, reset data, and expand. There's one that says graph. And so you tap that and then you turn your phone sideways and you get a beautiful little graph. I don't know. The people in the audience can check it out if you like. And you can just tap on it, slide around and get all the readings. And then along the side over here, you can choose what you want, whether you want a throttle, you want that on, or whether you want battery voltage on, or your motor RPM, or your ESC temperature, your motor temperature. You can turn all those on or off depending on what you like on your graph. What else can I tell you about that? The graph is the graph is cool. People wanted the graph, so there you go, kids. You got a graph. One of the other things is now. Something else people really wanted was the ability to save your tune and save the name of it you want. And so now you can just click on here and my tune's in there. I got to go back to my tune, but you can go in there when you're adjusting your tune and you can just save the name to whatever you want. I've saved mine to VP Tune 5321 to today's date. So there's a few other things, other little things, but those are probably two of the larger things that I think people were looking forward to. A few other tunes have been thrown in there and just things like that. So you can save now. You can make a bunch of different tunes and name them however you want for different roads, or that's probably what I'll do. I have a tune for different, each road.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah, so always adding fun new stuff. So I hope everybody enjoys that. Good new software is always kick ass. The chip shortage is just it's a drag, man. You guys don't even know. We don't even know how badly we want to give these things out, but we just cannot get them. It is. I was told, does anybody know any truth to this matter? That I was told that the silicon that's being used in chips is what they use in the vaccine, and that's why there isn't any. Is that true? Isn't that the craziest thing you've ever heard?
Hell of a
It's quite a thing, isn't it? I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, that's kind of. I'm not doubting it. I'll be honest. I can't even.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's heard any truth to that rumor, but that's a fun one. So enjoy.
I don't know.
All right, so new software is out. Yay! New software is out. Yay! New software is out. So go get it, enjoy it, put it in, and man, I'll tell you, every weekend I see guys posting, running DRKs and winning money and, going up lists and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I love to see people have such great success, with a piece of equipment, because the speed control is really important. I mean, motors are important, don't get me wrong, and we're working hard on those right now. But the speed control and be able to tune it, and making it so that you can tune it, easily and it makes sense. And I don't know, it's a big deal. And so it's been pretty rad that how great that thing's been. It's really a shame it happened during this time because so many more people would have it. And I think the impact would be it'd be unbelievable at that point. It'd be the biggest thing. I mean, it's when it came out, it's arguably the I mean, I wouldn't say something crazy like it's the best one out there, but it's certainly the top choice. You know what I mean? It is in all the conversations. as you know, if you only have a conversation of two different brands, it normally is one of the two kind of thing. Like it's really blossomed into a high demand, not only because of all the stuff going on with the chip shortage, but or silicon shortage. But yeah, so new software, because even if you have it, we're not done. We're not done trying to make it better for you, even though you spent your money. I did see a post where some place was charging a whole bunch of like $100 more than what retail is on them, and people were all really upset about that. I wasn't sure what to think about it. I mean, it's shitty. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Like it's shitty. If you've got 5 or 10 of them, just sell them at, or at least close to what they are, not like $100 over.
Well, but the only problem is with that is looking back in the day when the RS Pros were the hot ticket item to have for track racing for the 1-cells.
Dude, I was spending so much money on those things.
RS Pros were going for,
oh my god, as much as a new
crazy money,
more than a new one. I was spending. Yeah. Well, I was seeing them, and I know they were getting sold for $200 plus, old used ones that you didn't even know if they worked or not. and Tegan wasn't servicing them at that point. I mean, I don't think they ever have since, once they end the product.
I think their warranty thing at the time was they would give you a discount towards a new one.
Towards something else. Because they didn't even have the new RS Pro at the time. Because once that came out, then that squashed all that.
Yes.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Because I had a collection of them. Like, remember, we would hunt for them. And you'd find like a couple on eBay, man. You'd snatch those things up.
I knew of 3 that I could get that were just sitting in off-road cars on shelves that if we really needed them were accessible.
I mean, we knew the stock numbers on the label, on the red label on the inside, what board issue it was, depending upon color and a couple other things. Like, oh my gosh, dude. Crazy how much we knew about those stupid things. Whatever.
Are you going back to the track? Is that happening?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to actually put a car together. I got a 17.5 car and that's it. My pro stock is, in pieces pretty much. I mean, I could spend a couple hours and be all together again, but I don't know what anyone runs, and I don't know. I can barely keep up with the racing I'm trying to do right now, So to take more time to go do a different kind of racing, that's hard.
So that quarter scale's coming along great.
That's a question too. I did take the body down, looked at it, and thought, man, there's a lot of dust on this, and then put it back up.
What have I done?
That's why Mike sent it, because it had too much damn dust on it in his house. Got it out of the shop.
Well, there you go, Michael Farabee. There's your answer. There's the progress report on the quarter scale drag car. He took the body down, looked at it, realized it was dirty, and said, yeah, I'm just going to put that back where it came from.
I just thought, man, that's a lot of dust. Has it been up there that long? And then I also thought I should take another picture with it. That thing got a lot of likes. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, jeez Louise. I'm looking at all this stuff, trying to figure out if I really want to talk about any of it.
Well, you should touch on some of it. Omit some of it.
Give me a question first. Yeah, give me a question first.
Sure,
I want to ask what's going on with you, but we don't have, I was thinking about that when we started the show, because we're doing these Discord shows and there's tons of people in here now. As soon as we join, there's people in here. Yep. We don't get private time, you and I, to talk about our private lives. So I'm not sure how to deal with that just yet. But I don't want it to become
I think what we're going to have to start trying to do is get on a little earlier and just have our own little pre-show.
Or we have a second
meeting
room somewhere else. Like maybe I make another server and we go in there and then we pop out and join this one.
Well, we can just do a private chat together.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have our own green room. That's what we have.
Yeah, we could do that too. We could totally do a green room.
That's what we need.
Make it invite only.
Riley! I don't know if you can do that or not, but whatever.
Little help!
Oh my God, man.
I think it'll work.
So give me a question.
Okay, I was looking at one. Tim Swales, without data log capability, what metric is best used when setting your gearing?
Guessing.
Yeah.
That's the best metric I've come up with. Guessing.
Pick a gear, put it on there,
Guessing.
send it.
How about this?
And then
How about
change
this?
one way up or down and then send it again and then see what happens.
How about this?
I don't know. What happened?
No, that won't work. I'm trying to think how I can explain this really easily. This little, it's not really.
What you want to do is you want to put a big gear here and a little gear there, and then you make sure that the mesh is just right, and then you send it.
Yeah.
For being scientific about it.
I mean, just message me and I'll give you a starting gear ratio. What is it for? Give me your motor. Give me what kind of transmission you're running. Maybe how heavy your beast is. But that's about it. I mean, nobody's too crazy on their gear. We're all running the same motor. And if you listen to me, I believe that there's essentially one gear. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like there's a little variance in there, maybe on the motor and things like that. Maybe a tooth here and there.
Yeah, I bet you when you look at all the top guys, they're all in the same
a
area.
3.5 or 4.5 or God help you a 2.5. They're all going to find the same kind of area. I mean, that's how it's always kind of been, at least in drag racing. When you're going for 132 feet and you're trying to go as quick as you can, given weight and traction, there's a number, but it's more about where the motors make their power in the same types of areas. I believe it to be around the 45,000 RPM range is where it really starts happening. All the magic starts going down. That's really where it starts pulling and doing its stuff. And so, you know, you're going to find a gear ratio that's going to support the motor's ability to move that car and allow it to make as much RPM as possible. It's kind of what you're shooting for. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. 3.5, like in a transmission like mine, which is associated, like an 87, 18, 17, depending on the weight of your car, somewhere in there. I mean, you want to turn some RPM up on that thing. You want to make it work. So, I mean, I've run really fast on bigger ratios too. I've run like, what is that? Like a 22-82. That's a lot more. And it's run really fast there too. So, you know, I still believe there's a better number that fits the motor. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't argue with you. You know more about it than I do.
It's just, you know, it's a tough one because I get that a lot, you know, like what is the, you know, it's like, okay, I got to know, like I need to put that out there. Like that's on me, I guess. I need to put a list out there. Like, hey, if you want any help from anyone, not just me, but anybody out there, these are things you have to at least know to tell that person. You know, when you just go, man, I can't, like I'll see guys that'll post, you know, they'll post their little GNSS thing and go, man, I can't get mile an hour out of this thing. What do I need to do? Why? I don't know. I don't know what battery you run. I don't know how heavy your car is. I haven't seen a run by your car, so I don't know if you're driving that thing all over the damn place. I don't know the gear ratio. I don't know the motor. I don't know your speed control setup. I don't know if you got tricks in your radio. Like, I don't know anything. I literally don't know anything. I couldn't possibly give you advice that would work. I couldn't. I would love to. Man, it'd be easier. I'll tell you that. But it doesn't work that way, unfortunately, my friends. So yeah, give everybody a break when you're. I mean, it's not bad asking for help. Don't frown on that. I'll ask for it if I need it all the time. But I mean, yeah, you got to provide the info though, man. Help them out. Help them help you. Help them help you. So let's see. We talked. I went to the race and did horrible again, right? We talked about that last show. But I showed up with a car that was broken. I came home.
You had some problems.
I came home and then started looking at the car and realized that the chassis was actually cracked on the lower half. Now, I tore that car apart and reset everything. It was perfect on the scales. It was perfect on my setup board. Like, it was all good. I did not see cracks, and I looked for cracks in these specific areas, and I did not see any. But I can only guess what happened was once I ran the car and it started torquing it cracked it further because it was just delaminated inside somehow because of the curb shot on the concrete day where it went nose in. I mean, that's just going to break shit. And so once I realized that, I thought, okay, I see what's going on here. And again, for this vanishing point car for me, I'm back in the same crossroads again where I'm like, the car was awesome, and then it wasn't awesome, and then I find a major problem, or a problem, I guess I'll say. In this case, it was pretty major. Cracks in your chassis are pretty major. It's a pretty bad deal, and they're right at the back end of the car. I mean, to me, from like the gearbox, forward maybe 2 inches, that area right there, that's probably the most important area in your car because that's where all the flex and everything's happening. It's where your traction happens. It's all right in that general area. How it's bending there dictates a lot of things going on in your car and a lot of adjustments you may need to make in your car. So if that area is moving right, the rest of the car can just be wherever the fuck ever it is. Everything's square, everything up. Like I was telling the people in here earlier, we were talking about it. Like my shocks on my vanishing point car, they're not like one's not down and one's not up. They're all even. You know what I mean? Like the car is square, square, square. Like when it works, it's very square, and I know how to set it up right so it goes straight. But I keep breaking shit and finding stuff, and sometimes my fault, sometimes not. This case I already knew the car wasn't going to work, but I just didn't know why. I couldn't figure it out. I mean, I was cranking down on the right collar on the rear shock. I mean, just spinning that thing down there, and I couldn't get the car to go straight, and I just didn't understand what was happening. But yeah, well, the chassis was completely cracked and twisting. So off it went. So I got a new lower chassis. I put it on, but lo and behold, did I find a tiny same kind of fracture? It's like you got a fracture in the fiber or the carbon fiber.
Yeah, so it started kind of delaminating.
Yeah, but it's not breaking the clear glass on top. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of folded itself inside of itself. It's really weird.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I took the top plate off and I just started bending every like half inch back and forth trying to see if I had a spot, and I found a spot. And so I kind of need a top plate now because that seems like it's cracked. I did take a couple of small pieces of carbon fiber and essentially glue them to the top and the bottom of that area that seems a little softer and stiffened it up. I mean, it's really stiff right there now. It's like as good as it will be. So it's probably fine to run the car now. Oh, wait.
No.
I still got it on. Hold on.
There's not jets. That's all my stuff.
Oh, look at that. On it. That's what
I got it.
Oh, did you do it?
Yeah.
I love it. I don't
Oh, by the way, little news flash update. Riley already hooked us up with our own private room that just you and I can get into.
Oh my goodness. I'm in heaven right now.
Nailed it.
So now I found the top plate's broken on it, but that seems like the last thing that looks broken. I went through the car and it seems good. I actually took it into my street. I know what everyone's
took it to
say.
the streets.
I did do it just in my driveway, just like a 10-footer, and I mean, it just goes lickety straight. I mean, just string straight. So, car seems like it's working again, but like I said, I don't know. I'm not sure what I want to do.
I'm excited.
Dude, I like RC cars, right? We all get that. I like them a lot. Like,
I figured you were just kind of like just messing with them. I didn't think you liked it that much.
No, I really, really like them a lot, and so I want to like own all of them. Like every time a new one comes out, I want it because they're so fucking cool looking, and I want to own it for a little while, even if I sell it or give it away. Like I've been giving stuff away now. Like it must be.
See, I want to do the same thing you're doing, but I only want to do it so that way my friends don't have an excuse. It's like, oh no, mother, we're going. Right. I've got 6 of these things. Let's go.
Right. So I'm really fighting wanting to buy a few new chassis because I see all these new cars. I mean, Todd's going to come on tonight and talk about this new car of his that's so badass, and it looks cool, and I want that one. And then I saw another one I wanted. I like them all. You didn't have this kind of choice in drag racing. You had like one or two, and I had all of them, or maybe three, and I had all of them. And for some reason, I feel like I need to have all of these too. So I don't know if we're right or wrong, but I need to focus on one car, I think, but I just can't seem to do it. I really want to own them all. Yeah. I actually had a moment this week where I thought maybe I won't get a truck. I'll get like an Audi or something like that, some kind of car. You can get those right now. Can't get trucks.
So listen, if you're going to talk about like an Audi, like getting a car, then what kind of budget are we talking about? Can we talk about that?
The same. $60K. I don't really want to go for that.
So what you really need to do is you need to look up the Audi RS3.
If I'm going over 60, then I'll go to an F250 and I'll go all the way up to 70 and just be poor for a while.
You should look at the RS3s.
RS3. What is that?
Yeah.
Who makes that?
It's an Audi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The RS3. Okay. I was looking at the S8. I think it is.
Oh, those are nice too.
Yeah, it's a big old car. It's a big old luxury car. I looked at some Mercedes. How did we get back on this? Sorry. I do have a note here. How do I set up my chassis? For some reason, I was going to talk about that, I guess.
Did we?
I don't know why we want to talk about that. But I will if you guys really want to hear. Raise your hands if you want to hear. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, so... I've been messing with a few different ideas of some things. I love the penny on the front wheels because it rolls off and you get the front wheels balanced really well. And lo and behold, those numbers translate to the scales. So I have verified some of these dumb voodoo tricks I learned back in the 80s, where you put coins and lifted shit up and did it at different angles, did it from the rear, did it from the wheelie bar, did it from the front. And I get the car square doing that stuff. I also use one of those setup things, those setup table things. I have like an Intigi one
station.
Yeah, I have an Intigi one, and we have a big granite countertop in our kitchen, and so I just throw it on there and take it in there. And I basically, I just kind of look at stuff and get it pretty straight. But you know what I found on that thing? And I don't know if it's just my scales. I mean, it's Intigi and it's a piece of shit or what its problem is. But I've done my car two ways. I've done it on my scales in there, and I've also done it where I put the wheels and tires and everything on it and set it on my granite countertop in there, squish the shocks around a little bit, get it set, and then put a straight edge against the tire and actually make the tire itself straight, the wheel straight.
So do you settle your suspension when you get it on your setup board, like your station?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I used to do the same thing, like without picking it up, right? I would just kind of like jiggle it around and try and let it go, like as if it had naturally like just settled.
Yeah, no.
From dropping it, because that's all we ever did in off-road, right? You usually take your car and drop it on the table, check your ride height, check your camber. And
right. Well, I do kind of like when I'm checking my rear, because I have a routine of tapping the rear down, and my car is set for me to tap the rear down.
So you kind of try to simulate the same thing.
I absolutely do.
That makes sense too,
right?
Yeah.
Because that rebound is, if I can true it to one direction, and that's the rebound direction in my case, it's and I feel like that's the more consistent direction. The car is more consistent because it's always rebounding up to that same point. The shocks want to rebound up to that same point. If I lift it, sometimes they'll fall. Maybe one falls more than the other one. I don't know what goes on in there, and there's a little bit of an unknown there. So if I just lift it and then set it down lightly, I don't like that. So I push it down and I want to rebound up to where I'm running the car. And so that's how I set it up too. That's a good question, dude, because that is how I do it. And I do that for that specific reason.
To me, it matters like that it's settled, right? Because I think that's one of the keys that they tell you when you're trying to set your suspension up is make sure it's at its like natural, like set sitting height.
Yeah.
Not just totally gently set down.
Mm-mm. And
just curious to see how you do it versus how I do it. See,
No,
I've
that's
never
how I
had
do
any
it.
issues with my Integy setup station. Do I have to do a little bit of like, dickery to get it to work with my off-road cars because they're narrower and that? Yeah, but every time I check it with the plastic ones, it's the same all the way around.
Yeah, the fronts it when it says it's square, they're a little
just like a smidgen off. Maybe you know what it is. I've learned how to do it now, and that's why I get it every time. But
I mean, I've done it a bunch of times, and I can get them really square on the setups. Those little, I don't know what you call those fucking things that bolt onto each corner, each wheel. But there's not a station; they're just a little mechanism that bolts on there. But I can get them dead nuts on, bang the shocks a few times, pick it up, set it down. Like I can do everything and just hit the number right on the money every time. But then sometimes I'll put tires on it, and you look at the tire, and the tire's fucking leaning out. And so I'll slam a straight edge on there and adjust it in, and the car runs perfect. So I don't know about that one, but I do go through all those steps. But even if I put the wheels on and it's not square, that is the final straw for me. I make sure they're square. I don't know what's going on, why it looks like that, why it's doing it, on the wheel and it's not doing it, on the station. I just assume the station's not replicating the wheel properly. That there's because there's some slop in these front ends too, so they're gonna get a little lean and all that in them. So my final is that. And I do put it every once in a while, not every time, but every once in a while I do throw it on the scales. But I've been in the penny routine or dimes or whatever, putting one on each wheel, lifting the front from the nose and the center until and then just adjusting the arm until they both drop the penny at the same time. I also then turn the car around. Now it should, depending on how square the rear is, how it's looking. I turn the car around and then I push down on the wheelie bar until the front wheels and do the same thing, but doing it that way onto the back. Do you know what I mean? So I just do a lift from the rear, and depending upon what that does, usually it's square though for me with this whole car. Like the car's square on the setup, it's square on here. If anything, sometimes I'll do is I'll lift the rear at the wheelie bar too, and watch how the rear wheels come off. Make sure they come off even. That one shock isn't collapsing, one spring isn't collapsing over the other one. That's kind of how I test that, but I don't know. When I'm on the scale, the most I do is maybe a half a turn on one, just to get the numbers. Is very, very close, but it's that's fly shit and pepper at that point. A half a turn on a fucking shock is. What are you doing? These springs aren't tested and rated like that, so
yeah.
You could have some off depending on the springs and stuff you buy. Keep fresh oil in your shocks. Change it frequently, I believe. So, same with your diff. Because it'll start going away and you'll start chasing problems in your car. It's weird. So that's kind of how I set up my car. A little bit of the old school, a little bit of the new school, a little of this, a little of that. And the long and short of it is you put that motherfucker down and hit the throttle and see what it does. But I have found that now I'll let you on a real secret too for my vanishing point car. I have to run the right side about a half a degree more toe on the rear. Otherwise the car will hook violently left out of the hole. And from what I've heard from other people, they do it too on this car. So I'm not sure what that's a product of. I can tell you this, that someone's going to take care of it. Thank you. I can tell you this, that when you run standard arms, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you call them. We're the same kind of arms. Molded arms, I guess would be the term. It doesn't seem to do that as much. So it could just be these adjustable arms have some deal about them, some voodoo where you've got to run about a half a degree on one side more than the other. And it's always the right side, at least it was the same on the Aero car I found. I had to run about a half a degree to a degree more on the right side. I don't know what that's about, but I just do what I'm told, and it seems to work. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's it for the car. I didn't go to the list race. I think that came up as a question. Somebody asked me in there too. I ended up taking the night off. I wanted to go and maybe look at a truck. I did go look at two. They're just all right. They were a Chevy dealer that's close to my house. That's kind of where I got the inside's just not doing it for me. I was hoping when I saw it in person, it would be like, oh, it is nicer than I thought. Nope, it's pretty plain. And not like a little pizzazz. Just a little. Not too much. Just a little pizzazz. Just a little bit. That's why the hood of the Dodge is too much. It's too much pizzazz for me.
I won't lie.
The Ford is less pizzazzy.
The new 5th gen hoods sometimes leave something to be desired when I see them, but it also depends on the color of the truck.
I think I want a white truck because I really like just black shit on the outside and black windows because it's hot like F here. So I might just, I've always had colors and shit. I think I'm just going to go white. Simple. Who cares? I don't want black. I live in the freaking hills where it's dirty constantly. I drive down a dirt road to get to work. Back to the car thing. Here we go, kids. Back to the car thing. So talked about that. Oh, did you see the Proline came out with a bug body?
I heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
It's pretty cool looking. I don't know. I only know one dude that's probably really wants it. Maybe two. So, I don't know. Sometimes the bodies they come out with, it befuddles me. I'm not sure who told them that was the one to do. Like when they sat in the meeting and they ran down the list of what they wanted to work on next, how'd that one end up there? You know? Because that has to happen. It doesn't just come out of a fart in the wind. Somebody sits down and they have a meeting and they look over what they're going to produce that year or whatever it is. And they're doing bodies. Oh, this Street Outlaw thing's going really good. Okay, let's do another body. What should we do? How about a bug?
Yeah, let's do the bug body.
Yeah. Oh, don't you think we should do Chief's car, the Crow or something? No, a bug. People will totally want a bug. Last thing they're going to want is some old-ass Chevy or Ford or Oldsmobile. No, they want a bug. They want German engineering, you fools. For a drag car? Come on. What's wrong with you guys? And so the bug was born.
I guess so.
That's how the meeting went. Wasn't it awesome?
Okay. I'll agree with it.
And then one
it
guy jumped
probably
out the
really
window.
was how it went. Like, we're being honest.
Okay, one guy jumped out the window, so that's enough. I can't take it. Can't take it. You guys come out with the Corvette and you come out with the bug? What on earth? What happened?
I'm out of here.
You come out with the Malibu and you come out with the bug? Wait, what? When's the station wagon or the van coming out?
Ooh, there you go. Big old station wagon.
Yeah, get a Hearst. Let's get another all-time sales alert.
Oh, well, listen, if they're going to do that, they might as well license the Ghostbuster Ecto 1 and just make that a drag body.
What about the what is the one in Back to the Future? The DeLorean.
Oh, yeah, the DeLorean. Let's
the DeLorean drag car. That's what we need. DeLorean drag car. Dude, if they're going to come out with a drag car, they need to go back to the Munsters and get one of them badass hot rods that Herman Munster used to drive around in. Come on. What are they doing? Talk to me, I know.
How do you really feel? Tell us.
Speaking of bodies, you see JConcepts finally decided to give us a body that wasn't not great, I'll just say.
Which one was this?
The Firebird.
Oh, right. How
Did
do I
you
not
see it?
know? I was told about it a couple times. That's really the body everybody's trying to convince me to get.
It looks pretty good. I've not seen one up close, nor have I really focused on a picture. I'm just sort of scrolling.
I did. Like, it's yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, they didn't screw this one all up like everybody says.
No, it's nice.
It's not a big block. It's not a shoebox or whatever they call them. Finally got a body for Chief now. So we build his car.
Like a close one instead of using one of those big old Parma ones.
Dude, that guy's stupid busy. Holy shit.
I know, right?
Man.
He's a beardy now, too.
Yeah.
There he was for a while.
We were in here earlier before we started, man. The beards were flowing in this show.
Yeah.
The beards was all around. So Beardy McBeard in this here.
Bearded.
Beardy McBeard beards in the here's. Give me a question.
No.
Dude, I was in a bathroom at work, right? I was in a bathroom at work.
Just rolled with that.
Dude, I was in a bathroom.
I have one.
At work. I know you do. You got 70 of them left or something. And it's like out in the shop area kind of thing. There's a bunch of them out there, I go in there, I go to the bathroom. I mean, I'm not in there a minute. Somebody fucking knocks on the door. Who knocks on the door in the bathroom? What do you think I'm going to do? Invite you in? What are you knocking for? I literally just went in.
I got poo.
I just went in. Why would you knock? Who knocks?
That's when you reply with, I'm going to be a few. You might want to find a different one.
No, I came out looking around. Who was that? They don't care. Why should they?
You got to hear this, Tim, in the chat right now. One of the comments is, this MFer spends more time in the bathroom at work than anybody I've ever heard of. LOL. Listen, the boss makes $1 and I make a dime. That's why I take my shit on company time.
Who's in the bathroom more? Is it me?
Yeah, he's talking about you.
Yeah, I also do 12 hours a day too.
My buddy told me that one day when I said the same thing to him. Like,
I'm a regular dude. I'm a regular dude. Usually twice a day. On time, right when I get there. And then around, between 10 and noon. Somewhere in there, depending on meetings. Aren't you glad you know my bowel movement schedule now? Thanks for asking.
Now's about the time I'm going to send Tim a text message. Hey,
thank
bud,
you. Yeah, I'll get right back to you. It's going good. Thanks for asking. Want to see?
No, don't do that. I have one friend that does that already. I have to chastise him all the time.
Give me a question.
Okay, I have a question. You ready for it? It's from our good buddy Willie Trent.
Willie Trent.
He wants to know if the wrong name was picked for the McLaren DRK. He sure thinks it should be BMF. It would be way better suiting. It seems almost daily now that it's proving that it truly is a bad motherfucker.
I'm telling you, man, it is crazy. Like,
apologize for language to all the parents listening, but hey, he put it in the comments. I got to read. I got to stay true.
It's what it is. He's right. It's really been something. It's really been something. So, I mean, I'm sure there's other brands out there winning and stuff, I guess, but it sure feels like I see a lot of people posting about McLaren's things.
When's the Chrysler Laser body coming? About the same time that they make the Shelby Daytona body.
No, they got to get the bug out first. Hold on. Everybody wants the bug. Trust me. God, we're going to sell 1 million bugs. You're not going to sell any bugs.
They probably will sell more of them than you think. I know there's a lot of
2,000. Think they're going to sell 2,000 bugs?
Probably.
I don't think so.
I think so.
All right. Kelly, you better get to buying bugs. Apparently, you need to buy about 1,900 of them. Because the other dude that I know that would run them, he ain't got no money, so he only buy a couple. Oh, jeez Louise, man.
My Lord, I hope they don't do that. I'm just kidding. Anyway, another one?
Yeah, I was thinking the other day, what was that podcast? I remember that guy, his name was Jeff something. And he got into a big fight
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, with JQ and whatever happened with that guy and all that. Is that where Keenan's show came from?
Well, I don't know how that thing. I think Jeff came on that.
What was his last name?
I'm trying to find him right now.
What happened to him? He just disappeared. Anybody out there remember that? Jeff
Keaton.
Jeff Keaton. Yeah, what happened to him?
He's still here and there on Facebook. I don't know. I don't kind of keep.
I mean, I just seem to remember there was a time where it was like a big old deal, and he was always doing lives, and it had tons of listeners, and they were arguing about stuff I didn't even know about or understand, so I didn't pay any attention to it. But then all of a sudden he was on JQ's team, and I thought this is the greatest. I thought this is the greatest play ever. Like, if they orchestrated this, I'm so into it. What a fun time they're having right now. And then it just went away, so I don't even know. And then it seemed like that's when Keenan's started doing his podcast, or because those guys did some kind of live show or something. Wow, man, I don't even know. Anybody remember that?
Yeah, I do briefly. I don't know. Like I said, it kind of went away. Jesus, Murphy.
Give me a question.
Okay, sure. Jeremiah Bacon Solberg. What is your thoughts on the Traxxas Drag Slash that's about to come out? I think we kind of touched on it.
I think it's cool. I mean, looks like they gave it some kind of special hi-fi transmission. The photos I have were of a rear motor. It looks like it still is a rear motor. I didn't think they changed the whole transmission just to make it a rear motor. I thought if they're going to do all that, why wouldn't they just make it a mid? But I don't know. Again, board meeting Tim was not a part of. So, oh no, everybody does a rear motor. That's a faster one. Really? Yeah. Okay. Seems, I mean, whether it's fast or not, that's actually the wrong way to put that, because someone will be like, you don't know. It's not what everyone's using. The majority, and this is a business, you want to appeal to the majority. The majority run a mid-motor. Any whoozy wats it. I did want to tell you about, let me find it. So, I've been testing some tire paste stuff from Kelly Ray, that has what is it, Gremlin Goo, and what is this stuff called? My goodness, Tim. Hold on.
What happened?
Well, I'm trying.
Where are we going?
I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it right now. Stick It. He started making this stuff called Stick It. He's from Arizona, and I got some of it from him last year when I was there. And it's kind of just tire conditioner, softener, smells nice. Kind of got a winter green to it, kind of like the old Paragon. That's what it reminds me of. And so he sells that, and I've been buying that, using that pretty exclusively on my tires since then. Then he teamed up with a guy, Jay Conway, I believe, and he comes out with stuff called Gremlin Glue, which I believe, and I don't know for certain, but just given the color and what I've seen it do, is essentially VHT cut with something. You know what I mean? So it's just a VHT stuff, so it's sticky.
Sticky.
A couple of races ago, Kelly was out here, and so he handed me this bottle that it's blue like a chair, like a blueberry yogurt. It's blue like that. And it's really milky, and you wipe it on the tires real thin and let it sit for a minute, and man, is it all kinds of sticky. All kinds of sticky. So he sent me some of that, and I've been messing around with it, and it's pretty badass. But what I wanted to bring up with this, because I was talking to Kelly yesterday, was he bought out, there's a company called Sticky Icky, I guess. It makes tire prep stuff, all kinds of different tire prep and prep stuff. Well, I guess he bought their company out, and now that's where you can go get his stuff. Like, he sells it on there, all three of them on there, the Gremlin Goo, his Beetlejuice, and the Bug Guts. And then they have all their other Sticky Icky formulas, all the same stuff they made.
Sticky Icky.
Yeah, StickyIckyPreps.com. So I wanted to give him a quick shout out because he was nice enough to give me a bottle or two. And and let me test some stuff, and it's pretty badass. So, yeah, if you need traction compound, which that's where it seems like it's going. I mean, honestly, I'd rather not do it, but I'm not going to be the guy who stands around going, well, I'm not going to do it while I get my ass kicked. So if this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. This is how it is. I mean, this is no different than real cars. They pour the shit out of VHT and methanol and whatever all over the ground and then do a big burnout in and get it all sticky and it pulls spider webs off and all that. And we're doing the same thing. The track's just, the down track, I guess, is not prepped. So I don't know. But that's what we're doing. So that's what I'm doing. And if you're going to do it too, I would reach out to Sticky Icky or Kelly. He can point you in the right direction. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up because, like I said, I've used this stuff and he's been cool enough to let me try all kinds of stuff and it works really good. So. RC knows. RC knows. RC knows. Brought to you by LiveRC, the channel that we promote, but we can't get any promotion back from. LiveRC. So, one of the things I saw on LiveRC, which is kind of cool, give you guys a little quick news flash, was it was 30 some odd years ago or whatever, 40, 50, 100 years ago, I don't know, 1988 when Jay Halsey did the infamous Deadpool car scene with an RC-10 buggy. So if you haven't seen it, go find the Deadpool and watch this car chase scene with Clint Eastwood. It's fucking awesome. And it's with an RC car. I mean, my God, how much cooler can it be? So,
I think I remember you bringing that up before. It is pretty cool to think about it.
It's pretty cool.
Way back when.
Oh, I do have one other piece of news to go with the fact that we don't ever get promoted on LiveRC, but other brands do.
Hey man, all we gotta do is send an email. You know that, right?
We are working on. No, somebody sent an email. We are working on a small group of us that I've been asked to be a part of. I don't really know what I can give. You know, really, I really don't know.
Give it all away.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't really know what I can give to this group. Like we're there, whatever. We're putting together a no prep drag race that's going to be out here. Looks like June 26th in Irwindale at the Irwindale drag strip. They're having a real car race, and oh, dude,
you can be all right. Need a breath. Need a break. Need the Heimlich.
Dude, I like the dry spot in my throat. I don't know what happened.
Should I text Jenny immediately and have her come give you resuscitation?
No. Jeez Louise.
She might end up beating you up though, but
I'm all choked up over this.
I can't breathe. You need to remove the air. What happened?
Dude. I went totally full dry. I've never gone that dry ever in my life.
He went full dry.
Full dry. So, June 26th, Irwindale drag strip. Somehow or another, we're going to figure it out. I think we're having a meeting tomorrow night with people there about how we're going to do it. But they're having a real drag race there. And it sounds like we can, maybe we'll have an entire area to do our own drag race while that's going on. So you can kind of do both or watch both or whatever. Yeah, so we'll see. It's always kind of cool to do this in front of people that don't normally get to see it. So I know the Street Outlaw cars, they look way cooler than the old drag track cars, you know, as far as what these guys will be wanting to see. So yeah, June 26th, mark your calendar. Irwindale, California, drag strip. We're working it out. You'll get more information as we get it in. Yeah. But it's time for the TSR Speed Shop RC podcast. RC Word of the Week. RC Word of the Week. Brought to you by Competition X Magazine. Competition X Magazine. The magazine that puts no paper in their effort. Competition X. Well, Matt, what is our RC word of the week this week?
This week, the RC word of the week is top end. A vehicle's final acceleration rate.
Oh,
what happened?
Sorry. I was talking about how I was just being gross.
Oh.
Yep. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. Top end. You know what I'm saying. You know where I'm going. Big mile an hour. That's what I'm saying. MPH.
I will not say out loud what I was about to at all. Oh,
did it have pillows involved?
Nope.
Oh, whew, mine did.
No. All right.
Massive pillow hoarder. That's what I am.
I have to start this all over again.
Woo! Back.
So
all right, back. There you go. Let's do it now.
The RC word of the week this week is top end. A vehicle's final acceleration rate for nitro engines. Top end refers to the high end needles.
Who cares about nitro engines? How'd that get in there?
I don't know, man. It was just there.
We're talking about mile an hour, kids. Mile per hour. And I'm the reigning two-wheel drive champion. I have to say that because Nick has four-wheel drives. All right. Let's take a quick break. Look at me, dude. I got us right there.
Yeah, like dead nuts right on.
Right on it. Let's take a break. Let's get our buddy in here. And we'll be right back with Todd Soltero. And we're going to pick his brain about the string of 19s he ran. We're going to find out everything he did. We're going to get it out of him. So if you want to know how to do it, we're going to find out right after these words.
Sweetness.
Got the need for speed? Go over 70 miles an hour in your MaxAmps.com powered ride, and you could win an exclusive custom t-shirt that cannot be purchased. Club members also receive a free MaxAmps.com swag package. And for you really fast drivers, hit 100 miles an hour in your MaxAmps powered ride, and you could also get a custom Nitro Killer hoodie. These items cannot be purchased. They are reserved for those labeled as truly the fastest. To qualify, email us a link to your YouTube video showing the following: your MaxAmps.com battery in your vehicle, and a GPS or radar to prove your speed. Once we receive the link, we'll send you your club member t-shirt or hoodie for a picture that we'll add to our Speed Hall of Fame. MaxAmps. Power.
You've gone too far this time. I'm dancing on the Valentine. I tell you, somebody's fooling around with my chances on the danger line. I'll cross that bridge when I find it. Another day to make my stand. Oh, high time is no time for deciding if I should find a helping hand. Oh, why don't you use it? Try not to bruise it. Buy time, don't lose it. Why don't you use it? Try not to bruise it. Buy time, don't lose it. To reflex is a lonely child who's waiting by the pole. To reflex is in charge of finding treasure in the dark. And watching over like a clover isn't that bizarre? Everything the research does leaves you answered with a question mark. I'm on a ride and I wanna get off, but they won't slow down. The round wanna be around when this gets out. So why don't you use it? Try not to bruise it. Buy time, don't lose it. Why yeah 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 yeah? What why yeah yeah?
Yeah.
Why yeah 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 yeah? What why yeah yeah? Why yeah 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 yeah? Don't you use it? The reflex is an only child. It's waiting in the pond. The reflex is in charge of finding treasure in the dark. Watching overlapping clover, isn't that bizarre? Every little thing the reflex does is an answer with a question mark. Reflex. So why yeah 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 yeah? Don't you use it? Try not to bruise it. Buy time, don't lose it. The reflex is a lonely child who's waiting by the pond. The reflex is in charge of finding treasure in the dark. But watching overlapping clover, isn't that bizarre? Every little thing the reflex does leaves the answer with a question mark. The reflex, what a game, is hiding all the cards. The reflex is in charge of finding.
And we are back once again. Me, Matt, and joining us, the one and only. I mean, it's kind of like a
Me?
brother from another mother. I had a lot more to say. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Way to go,
Guy I've known forever.
unnamed guest.
If you don't know his nickname of Sweetness, you don't know anything. The one and only, my bestest friend, Todd Sweetness Soltero. Welcome, Todd Soltero. Welcome. Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, we can't forget we also have 22 dedicated TSR Speed Shop RC listeners hanging out in Discord with us right now. So
Yeah, that's
shout out to the in-studio audience. I can't even spoke.
I wish they
So
could
excited for
applause.
Sweetness.
Applaud.
He's the Sweetness. Look, these cameras on and everything. I see his pretty face.
With the effing star.
I need me a hat like that.
So, Todd Soltero, if that is your real name,
It is this week.
you, my friend, in my opinion, have been kind of tearing it up recently. Like, I see you in a lot of finals and winning a lot of stuff and going super fast. And this last weekend, I think you laid down a string of 1.9s.
I got one right off the trailer with a brand new 5-star breakout chassis powered by my Macklin DRK and my Max Amp LiPo.
So tell me about this chassis, because early on I was talking about in the show how I just love all the chassis and I want them all. Tell me why I want this one. Because, I mean, if you tell me you built it and it went 1.9, that's a pretty strong advertisement for a car that probably works.
It went 1.9, and I have about 14 passes on it. It's a brand new chassis,
What is
brand
it?
new build.
What is it? What is it?
B-
like a B6?
It's a B6 based chassis, associated.
Mm-hmm.
It's made, like I said, by 5-Star Hobbies. I had the opportunity to work, with Brian, the CAD designer, and Owen, who cuts all the carbon fiber, and of course, Jared Baker, the guy who owns 5-Star, super awesome guy, and he let me and Brian talk back and forth, and we spent over a month, pictures, ideas, files, drawings, trying to come up with something that we could put out that was easy to tune, fast. It didn't need any upgrades. It's already upgraded. Like, that's what we wanted. We don't want you guys to spend any extra money. We want it to just be one and done. We made sure it was super tunable, and we put a lot of thought into it. You know, in some people's eyes, it's going to be great. In some people's eyes, everyone's going to be like, oh, I could have done better. You know how it is. Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, I feel that we're putting out a product that is functional, easy to tune. It's not going to be the cheapest. It's not going to be the most expensive. But you're going to get something that has a lot of value. And it's not going. We're not rushing it out. We're going to make sure it works. You know, the test hit that I put on video the other day, the first hit is legitimately the first hit. I didn't lie. I didn't cheat anybody. I wanted it to be as genuine and transparent as possible. So the first time that car was powered up, you guys see it on video. I have all 7 of the first passes all on video, A to B, all 7 passes. The last one was like a 205 on the GNSS. So what's that on the GNSS? A 215? So it was a 215 on the GNSS, which is like a 205. The car just went A to B every single time. And that's what we were looking for you guys to be able to take your B6 associated stuff, put it on this chassis, and if your stuff worked before, it's going to work here. You're not spending a lot of time tuning. You're not spending a lot of months and months and months trying to get something to work and lots of money. I want you to get it. I want you to be able to put your stuff on it, and I just want you to have fun. You know, there's a lot of chassis out there, and some of them are just straight up pro level. I feel this is a pro level chassis, but it's easy to use, easy to tune, and you guys will have a lot of fun with it. We worked out the shock on the wheelie bars last night, so the shocks are done. It'll have a shock on a wheelie bar, but we're not having all kinds of movement. I'll get it all worked out for everybody, and we'll get it dialed in. It's really the shocks are on there just to absorb the impact of the hit, because I can launch this car. I was launching at James's Street at over 50%. That's pretty stout.
Yep. That is.
So that's, you know, and it just took it. The only issue I had is the unload, a little bit of unload, because it smashed the wheelie bar. So we're finishing off the shocks. I should be able to launch it really hard. 50% isn't ideal. I was just putting more power and more power and more power into the car to see its breaking point. I wanted to see how much I could put in before the car failed to go straight. Once I got to right around 56%, that's when it stopped going straight. That's not how I'm going to run it. But it was, you know, if I was pretty happy with how much power I could put into it. It's going to be a decent car. Like I said, it's not for everybody, but I feel that we did a good enough job to make it for a lot of people.
Do you know what it's going to cost for one?
I am not involved on that side. That would be Mr. Jared Baker himself.
When do you think
what you guys
be available?
The projected available date is June 1st. And so right now we're in the middle of finishing up getting the front caster blocks done for the new front end, because the servo is going to sit in between the caster blocks and the front end, and kind of like you know, like how it sits on the aero car. Mm-hmm. It's going to have a front end similar to that, so we can have more room to move the battery up and forward and back.
I like that.
So the only option parts he's really going to have is he's going to have everything either in Durlin, aluminum, or brass. That's it.
Okay.
So any aluminum or plastic part will be available, like I said, in plastic, aluminum, and brass. So that's really the only option. And the reason it's coming like that is so you can run a light car, you can run a heavy car. I don't know where you want your weight. So that's the only option that we have, and it allows you to make those those judgments of where you want your weight on the car. And he has a few little brass pieces and a few aluminum pieces that he's making. And the best part of it is it's all AE based, right? So if you crash it, you can just go buy parts.
Yeah.
You don't have to order anything custom. You don't have to wait. You go to the hobby store, you buy a B6.2 buggy arm, you're good to go. There's nothing special.
Yeah, that is one of the things I'm a fan of like the undercover car on those is that, yeah, pretty much unless you break the chassis in half, it's all stuff that's at a hobby store.
Yeah, and this is like we are we are in a really cool time of RC drag racing. You know, this is everything we wished for, Tim.
Yep.
Look at how many chassis are available. It's not just Drag Race Concepts anymore, and it's not just Roots Motorsports.
It's crazy.
It's not just 3 people that were making chassis. Now it's like I can't even tell you how many chassis. Yeah. There's 5-star, 5.7, Vanishing Point. Oh, geez, I don't even know freaking what Drag Race Concepts has one, you know?
Just tons of them out there.
Some people put a lot of effort into them, some didn't. But they're putting products out, right?
Yep.
That's the great part. Put products out. Awesome. Support the hobby, even better. And, you know, the cool thing about 5-star and Jared is he is just all in. They're drag racing, no prep one weekend, prep the other weekend. They've got a timing system up there, and he is all in. He's all aboard, and he wants to put out the best products. I mean, Jared's the one who bought Rudis Motorsports.
That's awesome.
And that's how I got hooked up with him, is because I wanted to get back into some pro stock, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to get back into, fast cars.
Mm-hmm. Real fast cars.
Real fast cars. Some pro mods.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Something that does 100 miles an hour in 132 feet in like 1.3 seconds.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's real fun. Like,
yeah. Especially with some top fuel rails doing 117s at 111. Let's get back to getting fast.
I'm with you. So, well, hold on before you go somewhere else, because I want to know.
I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, you are real soon.
No. Oh, true.
Mm-hmm. So, so you ran a bunch of 1.9s this weekend. Tell us about this. There's guys out here and there's people in this room that are listening to this that are like, oh my gosh, just tell me what you did. I know it doesn't translate to my car. I get that. But just tell me what you did so I can feel like, because this is all you're going to get from this, kids, I can feel like mine's not that far off, so it can't be that bad.
So before this weekend, I ran a bunch of 1.9s, a bunch of 2.0s.
Yeah.
This weekend, my first hit off the trailer was the 199. I put a little bit more power into it. This car I've never seen a car move so fast as it did on the second hit. And then it got 60 feet out and I stripped every gear in the transmission. All leverage, stripped. Like I just yard sailed it inside the case.
Wow.
So I pulled the other transmission out of the street sweeper, put it in, got it all back together, changed the pinion gear because I didn't want so much leverage. So I changed the pinion gear, went up 1 pin, put it back on the track. The car liked that even more, so I got about another 60 feet out, and it was so fast to that 60 foot as it's going, I'm giggling, going, ooh, and then it went, and I lost all the gears again.
Wow.
So I figured out how to make a lot of traction, and I figured out how to make a lot of power. All those guys that really want to go fast, here's what I've learned. It takes a lot of work. A lot of testing. Lot.
What? You mean there's no easy answer?
Oh, the unicorn dust.
Just tell me the gear ratio, dude. The Go 1.9. Just tell me the gear ratio. That's all I need.
15:11.
All right. See, that wasn't so hard.
So here's I'm going to give everybody some insight to what I do. My motors. 13.5 rotors. I put bigger rotors in my motors.
Yep.
The reason being, a larger rotor, more torque.
I feel like this is advice a lot of people should be taking, though.
I look at here's a thing. Remember when we ran Pro Stock, dude?
Yeah.
And we were like, we got these Trinity rotors or motors that are screaming 100,000 RPMs, and we were gearing like 78, 40, and all this stuff. And then we slowly started learning. It's not a speedrun car.
No.
It's a drag race car.
Yes.
And then we went to an 89 spur, and then a 90 spur, then a 104 spur, and then dropping from like 23 pinions all the way down to like 16s, 17s.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it like this on this snow prep stuff. I'm just listening to everybody else. Yeah, 78, 24, that's the way to go. Why is everything getting so hot? Why is my voltage dropping so much? I was looking at it wrong. Once I stopped looking at it wrong and thinking about it more how we used to do it with our Pro Stock, Pro Mod cars, bigger spurs. Why do you want a bigger spur? A bigger spur equates to more leverage the motor has on the transmission.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys know what a gate valve is, the small wheel on a gate valve is really hard to turn. Throw a ginormous wheel on the same gate valve and it's real easy to turn. Ginormous spur, real easy to turn my car. My gear ratio that I'm running right now, 93-16. That's what's on there. So that equates to a 1511. I just went through, and I have the room on this new chassis to run a 99. I have all the leverage. So I'm probably going to start testing with the larger spurs, the bigger gear rate, the bigger ratios like the 14s to maybe even 16. I don't know what the point of diminishing return is yet. I really got to figure that out. There's going to be a point of diminishing return.
Are you running a slipper?
So not right now.
Okay.
I think that has a lot to do because I have so much leverage now. I think that's why I maybe like overran my gears.
Yeah, but if you're gonna run those big gears like that, you gotta go with no slipper because who makes a slipper?
Just couldn't.
That works on those.
Hang.
Do we lose him?
He's getting a little digital on us.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going, Todd.
You guys, I'm right here.
Come back. Come back to us.
I'm here. Is that better?
I'm here. Yep. I can hear you, mother. Here's what the hell?
I don't know where you went, but don't go there no more.
I won't move. I'm going to stand in one place. I'm going to look at my pool. I think what happened is before I was only running like 80 something thousand RPMs. I think once I crossed over the threshold into the 90 plus, the gears just couldn't handle the friction anymore.
Could be.
That's a lot of those gears were never, ever, ever.
Dude, you have the best internet
Wi-Fi
at
ever.
your house, dude. It's the best. Let me tell you. It sounds like you're talking through springs. And, is he gonna come back? No. Yep. No.
You there? Can you?
We're here for you, dude.
I can still see you guys.
Yeah, we're
We
waiting.
can hear you now.
We're waiting for you. Nope, gone. He was good while he was here.
He's frozen in time for me.
Give me a question, Patrick.
Sure.
Let's pass
I
some
can
time.
manage that, I think.
Pass some
I
time with a
totally think
question.
I can manage that. Let's go with our good buddy Charles Levesque. Hi, Tim and Matt. I finally got my NPRC car to go straight, but now I'm stuck at 2.6.
Oh. And?
I think I'm losing most of my time off the line. What would you do to the suspension to try and get more traction? I run a mid-motor slash-base DRC chassis.
Can you hear me?
Yep. If I put more power off the launch, it just spins and I never need to use the wheelie bar. It breaks traction before it pulls the front wheels.
Maybe softer. Maybe softer. Maybe softer springs. If Todd was here, Todd would tell you.
He's here.
But
I see him now.
I don't know if Charles preps or not. Why didn't you ask me this, Charles, when we started and it was just you and I in here at 3:00? when Charles and I were just hanging out in here alone. So I could have given you the real answer. Is Todd gone?
Matt.
Oh no!
What happened?
He's trying hard to join, but it's over with for him.
It's like Todd's Wi-Fi said no.
Yeah, if you're not
His
prepping,
Wi-Fi wants to go for dinner.
prep your tires, because if you prep your tires, you're not going to spin them in the first 6 feet. I can tell you that. So prep your tires. It's all fixed. It's all better. Prep them. Prep them, prep them, heat them, heat them, heat them, heat and prep them. Yep. You know, I shut all sounds and notifications off to this thing, but I'm still getting them left and right.
Yeah, I still get it too. I don't know.
That's
why.
annoying.
I'm here.
Mother effer. I'll have to figure that out because I don't like it. I heard it on the recording and I didn't like it either. So, Todd,
You could try and kill your video to try and save some bandwidth. Your Wi-Fi and just might not be happy about it.
Yeah. So give me another question while Todd kills his video. It's going so well.
All right, Gabe Honadell, will the new McLaren software be available on Apple?
Yes, it already is.
Yeah, I think he answered it. So
it's already on there. I got it on my car, on my phone. I played around with it just a few minutes. It's perfect and awesome in every way. So enjoy, kids.
So if we kind of have Todd where he can hear us, I'm going to ask this question because it's for Tim and Todd, and it's from our good friends Jeremy Joseph Olson in OKO.
Yes, sir.
He wants to ask Tim and Todd, if possible, what would you guys do to set up a no prep car to run a bumpy road?
I have perfect signal.
Kind of weird.
Liar. For a bumpy road?
I'm here. I can hear you now.
Okay. So, Todd, what would you do for your chassis setup on a bumpy road?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Bumpy road, probably soften up the preload.
Yeah. Describe to this young boy. Perhaps he doesn't know what preload is.
Take some of the spring out of the shock.
There you go.
Release some of the pressure that's on the shock spring.
Make the car more
that
mushy.
Is causing the shock to be a little bit stiffer. Yes.
Oh man, his internet is bad.
Mine's good. I have all Wi-Fi.
He has all the Wi-Fis,
Yeah, he
but
does.
that doesn't
I have all the
necessarily
Wi-Fi.
doesn't necessarily mean that it's cooperating with you. That's
right.
the problem.
So talk to me about tires, Todd. What kind of tires are you running?
Ooh, super secret.
Oh. Well,
They're just Proline. They're Proline reactions.
No, that's it. Yeah. You're not.
I had some. So, dude, I had some voodoos.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, run the voodoo.
Yeah.
So I was like, woo, okay, let's run the voodoo.
Yeah.
So I ran it this weekend, and you know what it did?
What?
It went because I broke the belts in the voodoo.
Oh no, you're too
so I
fast
don't-
for the voodoo.
I don't have no more voodoos.
Oh no. Yeah, I have a set.
broke 'em.
I ran them a couple times. I kind of liked them, but they started making kind of a floppy sound. I don't think I broke a belt, but it's like I felt like I was gathering the wheel up a little bit. You know, down.
Oh
the
no,
track.
I broke it. You could
Yeah.
hear it. Just
I think Riley has them now. I think I gave them to him to try, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much just run those. Do you heat them? Your reactions and all that?
Should I give away a really good tip right now?
Whatever you want to do.
Should I give you the tip that I gave you? Give everybody the tip that I gave you the other day?
Oh, I don't think you should do that. But you could if you want to. If
What do you
feel like
think?
need to.
Tim, if you think I should hand out good info, I'll do it.
I think you should, because I think it's just something that everyone should know, and there's always a variation depending on your road and other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's just a good, solid base idea. You could just tell them like the general idea of it. It's tire prep, so that's all.
Yeah. So this tire prep we use, I got it on eBay. It's called Unicorn Dust. I sprinkle that mixed with pixie dust.
Mm-hmm.
Mad traction, yo.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Crazy.
I knew it.
It's like a rainbow of traction.
It's chirping so hard. It's like a pen of mad chihuahuas.
Yeah, chirping so hard.
right off the bat?
No. So
Fucking
what I
chirp,
really
chirp.
do is I know you guys run the Proline wheels because it's Proline. So you want to run the Proline Pomonas. Yeah. So what you do is I take a little piece of black duct tape, right? And 2 pieces because there's 2 holes, right, on the back of your rim. And I squeeze the reel and I let it suck in as much air as it's going to suck in, so I know it has the same amount of air on both tires. Then I put a little piece of duct tape over the holes, top and bottom. And now when you squeeze it, it feels like there's air in there. It gives it a little bit, even with no foam, it gives it some resistance, right? Now here's where it gets tricky. I prep them and then I heat them. What does hot heat do to air? It expands it. Now my tire holds air and it's expanding the air that's in there. I know I've seen people with the tire pressure gauge. I know it works. I've seen it work. My simple mind thinks, I don't know how accurate it is, but tires that have natural air in them that you heat and expand the natural air both sides, I think to me is pretty balanced. And that's a pretty good result. Ever since I did that, I've just got better tire wear. It's a lot more even. And they seem to want to just hook like crazy.
I don't like the idea of the huge stem, huge valve stem in there. You can balance it out.
You got to balance it, yeah.
But even then, that's a lot of weird weight.
I just was trying to think of it simple. Like, not everybody has the mad skill to insert here tire valve stem.
Yeah.
Yes, it's simple, but not everybody.
No, I've seen solder jobs from people.
Not everybody is mechanically inclined.
Right.
So I was like, how can we make this do something similar? And I was like, just put tape. Like, they're taping the holes anyways. I said, I wonder what would do. Like, I'm trapping the air that's in there. I know heat expands air, so what would happen? And I tried it, and I haven't stopped using it. It works fantastic. So my reactions, I was folding them over with no foam. They don't fold over anymore.
Nice.
It would sound like I had broken belts. You would hear them.
Yeah.
It wasn't broken belts. It was the reaction tire folding over.
Yeah. That's how the Voodoos did for me.
So now that I can put that, it's not air pressure. It's just the natural air that's in the tire, right? Because you squeeze it and you hear the air come out, and then you let it suck the natural, like that. The only amount of air it's going to suck in, it's atmospheric pressure basically.
Right. Exactly.
But once you tape it and heat it, it'll expand a little bit. I don't know how much it is. I don't know if it's 1 pound or 1.5 pounds or a 0.5 pound, but I found that it's just enough to create a tire that doesn't fold over on itself anymore.
Wow.
And it gives me really good traction. If you watch some of the videos I posted lately, it literally sounds like an angry pen of chihuahuas. Just
wow. All right.
And is it going to work for everybody? Just depends. I'm using reaction time tire prep, and I heat for about 5 minutes, and I clean with braking parts cleaner.
So you heat the VHT stuff up?
Whatever's in the reaction time is what I apply it. So I clean with the braking parts cleaner. I apply it. I heat it for 5 minutes. I walk over. I do my burnout. As soon as I hear the chirpy chirps and I can feel it tug, it'll pull. It'll want to come out of your hand. Then I send it.
All right.
So, yeah, that's my tire prep.
So you're going to go to Super Chip, right?
Yeah.
In Oklahoma. So what are you thinking?
I get to see Brian Tilson.
I'm saying about the race.
Oh, I mean, the race is cool. The bonus is seeing some of my buddies, I get to see you. I get to see Colin. I'm going with Dave.
I think it's going to be really fast.
Yeah, there's going to be fast people there.
Are you guys driving?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
No.
Yeah. What day are you flying in?
Friday or Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday we'll be in there. Me and Kyle.
Thursday night.
And Colin and Riley, I think, all fly in Thursday morning, afternoon.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be fast. Mr. Frank Ubrick, Super nice guy. Hung
Yep.
with him for a minute at King of the Streets.
Yep.
He's been, what does he call it? Class wrecker. He's been out class wrecking. So
Yeah.
his car's fast.
Yep. We're going to their land now, so
Yeah.
we got
Your good buddy, Mr. James Dibble.
Yep. Good old James.
James is always fast.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Jordan Yancey will be there. Jordan's always fast.
Yeah. Is he going?
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's going to be a ton of fast guys, dude. Mark will be there. Mark's, come on, Mark's always fast. You can't deny that.
Nope. It's going to be a fast race. I don't see that race being the 2:30, winner that I kind of predicted for King of the Streets.
I mean, out of all those guys, I really feel like the slow guy going.
Yeah, this guy, you. Oh my God, I haven't even been doing 9 yet. Not on an official number. So,
I think the fastest 9 I dropped was the 192 at like 72.
Good God.
Yeah. And let me tell you, the way I remember exactly how that left, because it did a 192 and a 193 and a 197. I know exactly how that car left. The new chassis the other day on Sunday was left way harder. Yeah. I knew it was going to be spectacular if it made it. Because me, I leave nothing on the table. So I was going for glory.
That's how we do it.
And, it's either glory or 100% of glory or 100% failure.
That's right.
And at 60 foot, I got all the failure twice.
Yeah, well.
But, I'm okay because the first pass was the 199.
Parts can be fixed.
Yeah. It was cool. I'm just glad I was able to take something so new with so little time and get it to a point where I feel it's competitive with the AZ guys, because if you guys don't know, I'm going to tell you right now, I know there's some fast places in the country, but Mecca for fast is Arizona.
Dude, you guys got freaking Ryan Mayfield running 1.9s now.
Dude, Ryan Mayfield, for the number one thing, hold on. Number one, Ryan Mayfield is just super freaking cool people. His dad, Perry Mayfield, is really cool. He races too. Ryan's stupid fast. James Galton, our buddy, good old James, is stupid fast.
Yeah.
He ran a 207, like a 2007 with an all aluminum chassis car, basically a stock short course car.
Yeah, he's kind of old school like that. He still runs an old car.
Our other buddy Ray Presnell's fast. I mean, it's crazy how fast these guys are out here.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I like making the drive to go there, because you get used up there pretty quickly.
Yeah, and who's been killing me lately is my buddy Dave Langston, who I test with all the time.
I know. I talked to
Freaking Dave, man.
He's fast right now too.
Dave is so fast right now.
Yeah, he's gonna be going too. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of 1.9 cars in Oklahoma.
And it's concrete.
Concrete, yeah, they're gonna be 1.8s everywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be some 1.7, 1.8 cars. And what's crazy, it's going to be a bunch of probably 1.7, 1.8, 1.9 cars, like bracket cars though.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're gonna probably, hopefully I'm one of them, but we're probably going to see some of the fastest no prep racing to date.
Yeah, side by side, I agree. Yeah.
It's going to be spectacular. I think the biggest thing would make it really awesome if people just stayed super humble and had fun. No drama, no fighting, no, you lose, it's okay. It's toy cars.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's money on the line. If you really need money that bad, get a job, because this is for fun. Rapping don't pay the rent.
No.
So if that's what you're really about, the money, you're going to the wrong event. The event, yes, there's money. The event should really be about the camaraderie and the fun that you're going to have with people from all over the country to play with our stupid toy cars, because we're a giant gathering of super cool nerds.
That's a fact.
Just the truth. Yeah, I mean, come on, 47 years old, and I play with toy cars.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's freaking rad.
Todd and I have agreed that if we go to the finals together, which is what our plan is, we will split.
Yep. Put it both together because I heard there's payout for a bunch. So we just put it both together and split it. This way, it's more money.
Yep. So, got that to look forward to, I guess.
Yeah, we're going to win, bro. We're going to win. Come on. I need
hey.
that positive mental attitude you had when we went to the Super Nats and you were like, bang, bang, I'm whooping everybody.
Yeah.
Where are you at, Tim? I need that Tim back.
Yeah. We'll see. I need to.
Come on.
That Tim needs to win a race or two. Do something.
Come on. We're going to make it happen. I told you that already.
Yeah, it'll happen. It's inevitable. You know what I mean?
Dude, I've been sucking for a long time. Trust me.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's been the weirdest, you know. I mean, there's that new thing about the trouble bus or whatever the hell it's called.
The struggle bus?
Struggle bus, yeah. I mean, it's been like that. It's just been a weird, like I can write the story of all the things that have happened that have like, oh, this was wrong, and then this, and that, you know what I mean? It's been that kind of a thing, but I don't know. I've never been on this long of a streak of not winning a race, so we'll see how it goes. Be nice if it just ended.
It's going to end. Like I said,
absolutely, it has to at some point. I'm not super concerned about that, but yeah,
Look, dude, it took us a long time to get fast in pro stocks. It's just you're just going about it the methodical way now. Here's the problem. There's 10 times the people you're racing.
Oh yeah.
There's not like 6 of us anymore.
No, that was easy pickings back then.
Exactly. It was like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
This is the whole ocean now.
Oh yeah, this is way different.
Exactly. You got to think about it like this. You're fishing with the Barbie fishing pole.
Yeah.
And some bologna.
Yeah. Dude, we're going to go to a race in Oklahoma that has one class. You know? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I talked about it earlier in the show, but
that's more branches than some of their family trees, though.
Kyle and myself and another guy, Jerry, are probably going to be putting together a race June 26th at Irwindale Drag Strip while they're doing another race there too. Like I guess they have a whole spot. So we're supposed to go check that out. So FYI, get some free time in June.
In June.
Dude,
I'm at June's the middle of summer for me though.
Hot as shit. Yeah, no kidding.
I do air conditioning.
Your ass off, right?
Yeah.
How's the new truck?
The new truck is pretty awesome.
God, I don't want a new payment, but I got to pull the trigger.
It's only $500 a month. No big deal.
I think I'm gonna spend a little more than that.
Oh my gosh, man. That was the most ridiculous experience I've ever had. Like, here's how stupid it is. I see this truck, 2019 Ford F-150 Crew, Super Crew, brand new lift, 6-inch lift, brand new wheels and tires, 4-door, 4-wheel drive with the Coyote V8. I'm like, ooh, I want that. So I'm like, I'm going to go wheel and deal with these guys. So I walked in there like I was boss hog. I'm like, I got good credit and money. And so we start talking. I'm like, let's wheel and deal. And he's like, yeah, not so much. And I'm like, come on, like let's do something. He's like, yeah, like no. He's like, you leave. I have 10 other guys that want that truck. Yep. He's like, so what do you want to do? So here's me thinking, you know,
peace.
See you later, here's me thinking I'm freaking awesome, and I'm gonna drop a hammer on this dude. I reach into my wife's purse and I pull out $13,000 in cash, and I set it on the table. I said, "That's $13,000 cash. Let's do some business." And he looks at me and goes, "Oh, that's nice. You went to the bank and got some money." I said, yeah. And so I was like, let's grind a little bit. I said, I'm not here to make you feel good, dude. You're here to make me feel good.
Yeah, they don't have to right now.
So, $46,000 later.
Yep.
We come to an agreement.
Yep.
And we finally get to where we want, right?
Yep.
And so I couldn't walk away. So once this guy busted his butt, to get me what I wanted, to get me the payment, to get me the extended like 100,000 mile warranty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over here like, dude, poor me. All I have is this 13 grand, and I really want this truck, but my credit's good. And I'm like, come on, work with me, dude. So he does. And then once he got it to where I wanted, I threw another 3,500 down, and he looked at me like I was just a jackass. But I had to do something because he told me, oh, that's nice. You went and got money at the bank.
But that's the game you're supposed to play. You're never supposed to tell them how much cash you have because they'll figure out how to get that through all their little program bullshits.
Yeah. So at the end, he looked at me.
So
he
you
goes,
got
really?
them. They gave you your deal you wanted and said, hey, by the way, here, put this 3,500 on it right now for me.
Yeah.
I didn't, dude, I didn't even want to do that. But inside of me, it was tearing me up that the guy had said that to me. Like,
I'm so glad you did, though.
to me,
that's a little bit of a right back at him. Be like, who got what, bitch?
That's awesome.
Like in my head, I'm like, bro, that's messed up, man. 13 grand's a lot of money to me.
Yeah, it
I
is.
play with toy cars. I can't even afford a real car. Like, come on.
Yeah, no shit.
At least tell me, like, oh, cool, man. Maybe we can do something. He was like, nah. You went to the bank and got some money. Nice. Like, oh,
Dick.
But now I drive around in my big old truck.
He's happy as a
I
clam.
love it.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I want to get one so bad. It's killing me.
Dude, it's so awesome. I drove to California in it the other day.
I know. I want to
go
Good.
Dude, I got a whopping, check this out, a whopping 12.9 miles to the gallon.
Oh, my goodness. I want to drive out to your
Yeah.
place and see you in my truck.
I want you to drive out. You'll probably get like 18 miles to the gallon. It's so awesome.
Oh, my goodness.
I love burning dinosaurs in my truck. Fossil fuel, son. I go to the gas station and I'm like, I wonder what this is. T-Rex? Velociraptor? I'm burning it. I don't care.
Dinosaur juice.
Dinosaur juice. None of this electric stuff.
No way.
Want an electric car? I got electric toys.
Yep. That's enough.
Yeah, and we all know how fast electric toys are, so just think about electric cars, Todd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I know they're fast. You know why I hate on it? Because I can't afford a Tesla.
Yeah, no shit.
Because
You can afford a Tesla. You can afford one. You just can't afford one of the really nice ones.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm going to have a Tesla, bro, I want
you want a nice one.
Yeah, I don't want the bottom feeder.
100D. Yeah, I want the 100D with dual motors and insane speed.
Right.
And I want no interior in it except a driver's seat. Because I'm just doing launches every day to work. I'll go through tires like every week.
I know.
So
I'm with you.
I'm just not that fortunate, man. But if anyone wants to sponsor me
Yeah.
and buy me a Tesla,
Hook him up.
I'll be okay with it.
Yep.
Not going to tell you no.
He'll tell you a thank you and everything.
I totally know the benefit of ROI, so I'll do like a couple Facebook posts a week telling you how awesome the Tesla is.
Yep. How awesome you are for giving it to me. Heck yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yep.
So
I had a sandwich today, and while I was eating it, I thought about you.
I ate the sandwich while I was driving the Tesla in hands-free
Oh my
mode
gosh, yeah.
on the
thanks to
freeway
you.
looking at Facebook.
Thanks to you, I was nourished. Thank you. All right. Well, dude, we're going to get you out of here. 5 minutes to spare.
I appreciate
Just
it,
like
man.
you said.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for letting me come on and talk about the new car.
Dude, thanks for
Of course,
coming on.
Todd.
You're always welcome to
If
come
you to the TSR Speed Shop world, go out and check out 5-Star Hobbies. Check out your local Macklin dealer. Find out who's selling Macklin. No need to buy it on the internet for $329.
on. Oh, shit.
More Macklin is coming your way, guys. Support those that support us in the hobby. It's important. I know things are a little crazy and hard to get right now, but it's all coming together.
Yep. Badass.
Yep.
All right,
And
dude.
I can never forget. Hold on, one more. I can't forget that. See that? Look behind you, Tim. Look behind you. I can never forget those guys, dude. Those are the coolest guys in RC right there. Max Amps.
Yep.
So
But
thank you to
wide
them because they've
margin.
they helped me out with some stuff, and Josh over at Max Amps is just an awesome dude.
Yep.
Josh
You know,
is the man.
Yeah.
Gave me the discount code to give out to everybody, so I've been handing that out, and I'm just super thankful for everybody. So
They are the best. I take it for granted how great I have it with them. They're just the best battery company you could ever ask for.
yeah. So
So-
other than that, once again, thank you. I appreciate everybody for listening, everybody for letting me on here, just everybody. We're in super
pleasure.
fun times.
We love you. You're the best.
Love you too, buddy. Matt, love you. Even
See
the
you
Ninja
later,
Turtle,
man. Love you too, dude.
even the Ninja Turtle car.
All right.
Put something up there.
All right, man. We'll be right back after these words. Thank you, man. Love you.
Thank you.
Bad boys! Bad boys! Bad boys! Bad boys! Wild boys are calling on their way back from
And we are back, just like that. Bestest guy in the world, Todd Soltero. Thank you again for stopping by and saying hi, hanging out. He gave some pretty deep secrets there, so I hope you guys were paying attention and you had your paper and pencil out and you were taking notes. So, Matt, it looks like, other than a featured item of the week, which is pretty easy to do, we've just got some questions left.
Pretty much, yeah. We got a couple that actually came from the listeners.
All right, let's have a couple questions. Let's get through some of those. Let's see how it goes, and we'll call this a show. I like it. No need to make more out of it than what it is.
All right. Well, we'll start off with a couple that are on the Discord because they seem to be fairly easy to answer.
Okay.
Sam Smitty says, "What is the fastest recorded 4.5 turn pass on a 2S?" I don't know. I don't know. No. I mean, do you know what your fastest is on a 4.5?
I think a 221 at about 68 miles an hour, if I remember right. So nothing to write home about. But I didn't use it long. As soon as I get to a 3.5, I went. I jumped ship. So I hope that answers it.
We'll go with it. Green LS3, do you have any aspirations to go to a different chassis or two?
I do. Only because I like lots of different cars. And I like the looks of cars. I like to build cars. I like to see what somebody engineered into a car to do. I like the idea, too, because these cars run such a different array of transmissions, depending on the brand and all that. I wouldn't even mind having like a low C and just some different ones because I'm just interested to see, is there a difference between all these different gearboxes? Is one better than the other? Because nobody really knows anything right now. There's so much out there, and it's such a menagerie of parts and aluminum gears and steel gears and plastic gears and carbon fiber cars and rear motor and mid motor and stock link shocks and short shocks and, shocks on your wheelie bar and big wheels on your wheelie bar and air in your tires. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. But that's kind of, too, I guess, the beauty of the no prep thing was that, there's so many variables. You could literally have your own combination and someone else could have a completely different combination and be just as fast. Of products and setup and tune and all that. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. We did have this question earlier. It was one of the listener questions. Just the thoughts on the Traxxas Drag Slash.
Didn't we talk about that
earlier? Yeah, that's what I mean.
We did. I like it. I like the looks of it, but I don't. Like I said, it's a rear motor, and so I don't really understand why you'd make a whole new transmission for a rear motor. I just don't. I don't know. That's just my take, though. I'm told. They were in their business talking about it, and we're like, rear motor is the way. Okay, cool. Maybe they know something I don't know. That's entirely possible.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Let's go with it. All right, two more. Green LS3. Tim, will you give the bug body a shot at least?
No.
Okay. He did kind of put like a sticking his tongue out emoji on it, so I think he was kind of
I don't know.
Giving you a high time.
I guess if he made it look like Herbie the Love Bug or something like that, but
yeah,
no, it's not my style. I don't know.
Just ain't your thing.
Ain't my thing.
Ain't your thing.
No. All right, give me another one. Come on.
All right, Darwin.
Fast you can
wants
get
to know, carpet burnouts make tires last longer. Question: what kind of carpet?
That I don't know. The kind of carpet, because it can't be like a nylon, I think, or something like that, because it melts. I don't know what kind of carpet we use, but it does certainly make the tires last longer because it's not as abrasive as the ground, and you get more of a contact patch in the carpet, so it kind of heats the whole surface up a little bit better, I believe.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of it, but if it's going to go the way of this kind of prep where you basically aren't even, what it's becoming? It's like prepping tires for a prep track where you don't roll your car or do anything. You just walk up there with it, you set it down, and you go. If that's what it's going to become, then, that's what you got to do. I mean, I'm learning it so I can do it if I have to, but I'll be really curious to see what goes on in Oklahoma because, I don't know if they've been exposed to this or are prepared for it or how they're going to police it or what they're going to do. I don't know if they have a rule of, like you have to do the Lexan test where you stick your tires to it, and if they stick, I don't know what they have going on there. So we'll just have to figure it out. But we got a couple of days of testing, or at least a day of testing on Friday. So we'll figure it out,
You'll manage it.
Yeah, one way or another.
All
We'll
right.
figure it out.
Right on. So there was one more question that popped in real quick just because we were talking about cars a minute ago. Myers JD says, so is mid-motor the only way to compete long-term? And I think that's a big no because King of the Streets was a rear motor car, wasn't it?
I don't know that it is. It's, I tend to think that now that I've experienced some concrete, I think it's harder. I think it would be harder in the long term to outrun a mid-motor car on concrete because of just so much traction you're making. I don't know, and I'm sure there's somebody out there who's going to tell me, but I've seen more mid-motor cars run 1.9s than I've ever even known of a rear motor car running that fast. Someone might tell me, oh, no, I saw one. This guy did it once here. Okay, I mean, that's fine, but dude, look at Arizona. Those guys are running 1.9s left and right. And as best I can tell, they're all mid-motor cars. So the mid-motor car apparently is faster. Apparently. Like it or not. I didn't. I like the rear motor. It's easier. But it's too much weight in the back, I think. Or something. I don't know.
I would say no to Leo Getz. He just posted in there something that's convertible from mid to rear motor with multiple gearbox will come out and change the world. It won't. And the only reason why I say that is we've seen it in the off-road world when TLR first came out with their short course truck that was convertible from rear motor to mid motor. And pretty much it was such a job to switch back and forth. Nobody was really messing with it once they.
It ends up not doing either one very well. Is what I've seen with those kinds of things. You know what I mean? If it's not dedicated to one thing, it's kind of like I was whining about cars earlier. If I'm not dedicated to a single car and that's the only car I'm dealing with, the only car I'm touching, thinking, working on, then you cannot possibly give it all your focus because some percentage of your focus goes to the other things. And it's the same with something like that, in my opinion. Like if you're mid, you're all in. All in mid, as efficient as possible, and that's it, and go to town. But I don't know. What are you going to do?
Right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to move on from the question area on the Discord so we can start working on the Facebook questions, folks, just so don't be upset if I don't get back to it. Kid Sims wants to know, he uses a Max Amps 4750 Shorty pack.
Yep.
They seem to fall out quickly to the 6.5 from full charge in one run. Yep. He charges them at 7 amps to 8.40 with a Venom Pro Duo charger.
Yep.
Was there a break-in process I didn't know about? And he runs a DRK ESC with a DRK 3.5 turn at 25-degree end bell and 45-degree turbo.
Oof.
What I would say, kid, is see if you can get those that charger to let you go above 8.40 because I'm betting you if you actually check them with the meter, they're below 8.40.
Yeah, but
every time they come off that charger.
That little bit ain't making any difference. Yeah. That battery, when you're running like a 3.5 like that, like when I went to that type of a setup, that battery was not enough to sustain the load I was putting under it. So that's when we built all the brick packs. And so, the 4350, the 5300, and the 68 or whatever the hell they are, multi-cells. So that's what you got to have. To sustain voltage under load, you have to have multiple little cells. Because then the hit, it takes off of all of them. So it's a less, like if you have 100% of a battery and you make a hit on it, it drops 50%. So if I have 2 batteries, they only drop 25%. If I have 4 batteries, they're 12.5%, and so on and so forth. So all of a sudden, the recovery is much easier. The batteries aren't taxed as hard. They sustain a higher voltage overall when they're running. So it's a like win, 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 and win. Honestly, you can have one pack that'll last you a long time and run really, really well for you. So Let's see. Give me one more question. Okay, so.
All right.
Yep.
Willie Trent. What happened?
Nothing. I was just saying, go for it.
Jeez, every time. Can we expect the data log sooner rather than later?
What data log?
I have no idea. Got to be a little more specific, bro.
Can we... What data log could he mean? I wonder if when he did this, he meant like the graph that came out today and the data. If so, yes, you can expect it now.
Yeah, maybe that's what he was talking about.
You can expect it right... Wait, hold on. Now.
Well, okay.
Or then.
Right then.
There it was.
Yep.
Right back there.
Already there.
All right.
Corey Lively, are there plans to have a DRK that can handle power or handle lower turn motors than 3.5?
Yes. Could you imagine if there was a Tim Smith edition that could handle lower turn motors and more amperage and bigger wire and all that kind of stuff? Could you imagine a day? I could, but the problem is I also can imagine a day where we have chips and it's not a shortage of chips. So can you imagine that day? Because that's a day we can imagine everything else happening, unfortunately. Yeah. So, yeah, you know, I didn't come here just to help develop fancy looking graphs. There's more to this. There's a lot more. But man, COVID is really trying to make it hard. I'll tell you that. Rat bastage.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Next. Nathan Phillips, Tim, are you planning on running the new JConcepts Crow Mod body?
I wouldn't
If
mind
not,
getting
can
one.
you send me one they already sent you? LOL. Appreciate the show.
They don't send me one anymore because I leaked, apparently. Because I told someone I had a body, and so now I don't get one anymore, I guess. Or, I won't get into that, but yeah. I might have rubbed somebody the wrong way because you know how I work. I might have told somebody I didn't like something and it hurt their feelings.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but you know, that's in this new world, you can't have an opinion that's not absolutely positive. You know, so critiquing is not an acceptable method of communication any longer. So, yeah, I don't remember which body it was, but I got an email saying that, you know, it was to like everybody, but I figured it was to me because I think I let somebody see a picture of it on my phone or something, and I wasn't sure about the person. I was like, they're standing here with these other people. I'll let them see it. And so then I'm sure they ran right around, told everybody, and then like, hey, Tim, you're not supposed to show that. I know. I just was showing someone that I trusted that I didn't think would show it. Anyway, so yeah, so I don't get free bodies out of them no more.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Any longer. That's all right. I don't care. Because you know what the thing is? I mean, it's nice getting free stuff. It really is because it saves you a little money. And that's always cool. But in my world, I'm responsible then now to promote it in some way or to adhere to some rules where like, oh, if we send you this, you know, you can't do anything with it. You can paint and get it all ready. So when we tell you we want to release it, it's ready to go. And it, you know, I mean, it's fun when you're, I think that kind of stuff maybe is more fun when you're up and coming in the RC world. And so you're like, oh, I got a body. I can't wait to paint it and get it all ready. And I just won't show it to anybody. I don't know. Maybe I'm past that now. Like if I get something, I just want to either use it and be done with it and move on. Show people what it is. So I'll promote the shit out of it. Dude, I got a video on Instagram I put up like last week that's got way over 80,000 plays now. I'm hoping for a 100K mark. Yeah, I'm really hoping. And I just cracked 23,000 followers on Instagram. It's been slowly gaining about 100 followers every week or two. Just continue. Really? It's like a slow churn, you know, like a few a day. Doot 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 doot. I don't know where they come from or what their deal is or anything, but yeah. And then TikTok is starting to go. I'm only around like 400 followers or so. But my videos are getting a few thousand plays, so that's good, I guess. One had 13, 14,000, something like that. That's a lot of plays for a video of a toy car.
Yeah, just a few.
You know what I mean? 80,000. Let me see what it is right now. You get us a question ready, and I'm going to look and see.
I have them right here.
All right.
Right there. Boom.
Let's see here.
Oof, this is a big one, too.
How many plays it got? 81,945. Isn't that something? Like here, let's go down the list of the last few things I've posted, which is pictures of cars. 175 likes, 270 likes, 178 likes, 4,700 plays, 68 likes. It's just a picture of me and Kyle and Riley and Craig. Only 68 likes. Wah, wah. Nobody gives a rat's ass about us. This is a Nova doing a burnout. 3,900 plays. A tire, 216 likes. Like in a front end shot, 376 likes. Like it's nuts, man. 469 likes, 300, 403. Like it's 674 likes. Crazy. So I don't know what's going on out there, but social media, if you want me to promote something for you, I'm your guy. I'll tell you that right now. A bunch of people will see that
here.
shit. Whole bunch.
I'm here.
So give me another question.
All right.
We're going to wrap this up.
This is a long one.
Okay.
There's a bunch of them in here. Leo Getz. Hey, Tim and Matt, and special guest of the night, Mr. Todd Soltero.
Mm-hmm.
When you corner balance, are you adding weight, stick on tire weights, or is this all by placing the components in the right position and adjusting shock preload to get the car perfectly balanced?
Yep. The last part of that.
All right. Move stuff around.
Yeah, because I don't have to move stuff around. I mean, the shocks kind of do it. So, yeah, like my servo is hanging way off to the side of this undercover car. And when I scale it, it doesn't affect the car in a weird way that I've noticed. Like, I don't have to put a bunch of preload on one of the springs to make it work. So, I don't know. Like I said earlier, I just think a square car works. You know?
Tends to. Next part is also, have you had the chance to test those Voodoo tires yet?
Uh-huh. I did. And I like them. They folded up on me a little bit. Like I said, maybe I should try them like Todd said with sealing up the holes in the wheel.
Could.
You know? I did like them. They do make some nice traction. They're definitely a good tire to run. If they're readily available, unlike the Reactions, I think, then yeah, it's a great alternative. But I also thought the JConcepts belted was a great tire. I really liked running that tire. But they also became difficult to get. So, you know, everything's hard to get. I guess I should probably put some thought into getting some tires together for Oklahoma just in case, huh? I mean, I've got a couple brand new sets right now, so it should be good. Because, dude, that's only like 3 weeks away. I have nothing planned. I mean, I have a plane ticket and I have a hotel room, and that's it. I don't know how I'm getting my shit there. I haven't gone through my stuff to pack, and like I don't have anything ready for that race. I'm not ready at all. I mean, I'm just gonna go. I've done so terrible at all these races, it seems, that now I'm just gonna go and we'll see what happens. If I go out first round, I won't care because I'm not really prepared, and if I go further, I'll be like, wow, I did great considering I wasn't prepared. I know Todd hates that, and I had to say that afterwards because it's bugging people. It's really bugging people that I'm not winning races.
Yeah, Todd's all fired up.
Have you ever heard him be that fired up? I know you guys didn't hear it because it was all off air, but have you ever heard him be that fired up?
Occasionally, but like he was adamant about it.
Dude, he was cussing and carrying on and everything.
Yeah.
And he's not been the only one. I've had several people, top guys, reach out to me and just be like, dude, I don't like it. Okay. I mean, I don't either, but I mean, I don't know why you feel like that's your problem.
right?
I think the problem is they hear people who have no reason, who've done nothing, talking shit, and it eats them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
It bugs them. I mean, it bugged me, and I just like I said, as you all know, I exited that whole thing. So I just, if you're not a fan or a friend, then you're not in my view. That's just how this game is played, everybody. So sorry if that offends you, but I think I was the one who was offended first. So just how you know what I mean? Like, I'm really sorry that offended you, but guess what? I was the first one to be offended. That's why that happened. So anyways, on we go. I could go on a long rant about all that stuff.
All right, there is a little bit more here.
Thank you.
Have you seen the teaser pics of Undercover's new chassis, and what are your thoughts on it?
I haven't. I did not know. Wow. Maybe I have. And I'm just a dummy and I forget because people send me stuff and I just...
I wonder if he's talking about like the new Assassin Pro chassis.
My head is just not as good as it used to be.
Why?
You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I really think that since the accidents, I've never felt like I've been as sharp as I used to be. I really, really struggle with remembering a lot of shit. Like, I used to remember details of all kinds of stuff. And now I got to...
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I struggle with that, and I've never had any major brain injury that I'm aware of.
I don't know, man. It's harder now. It's way harder now, and I don't know why. Is it just because I'm older? You know?
Possibly.
Dude, it sucks because it's harder, and I'm still at the point where I realize I'm struggling with it a little bit, and so I don't like it. Or I realize I'm getting older, or whatever word you want to hang on it, but I don't like it. I don't like it, I said. I don't like it.
No, yeah.
No.
Feel for you.
No. No. You want to hear some crazy shit? I'll tell you something crazy. It's something crazy. Get a question ready, and I'll tell you.
Well, there's one more part to his question still.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. And the last question is for Matt. What chassis are you getting? And he says, I remember you were supposed to pick. So Greg and I talked briefly. It's looking like it's going to be the new Assassin Pro.
All right. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll like it.
Probably.
Matt's going to be a drag racer.
Well, I technically am. I just haven't been doing it actively.
Drag racer. Matt's going to have a new drag car because he's a drag racer.
Yay.
Dun-dun.
I like that idea. I'll just collect cars and barely drive them.
Give me another question.
Okay.
I want to talk about the feature.
Carrie Adams, can I get a chance to line up next to Tim before Super Chip? Mainly a photo op, but also it would just be flat out fun.
No, I don't race anybody.
Sorry about your luck, Carrie.
Yeah. As we already found out that apparently if you ask me to race you, I get mad and yell cursive language at you. I what? Wait, what do I do?
Yell cursive language? Is that how that works?
At you?
Maybe.
Near you? About you? What? What are you talking about? I don't like it that people want to race me. Can I just say that?
Okay.
I don't like it. Well, I don't understand it.
Oh.
I don't want to race anybody. Like, there's nobody that I'm like, oh, I want to race that guy. No, there's nobody. I just race whoever I have to. I think everybody is a threat, and so I don't want to race in here, everybody. I only want to race when I have to. If I race everybody, I'm going to lose more than I win. That's how drag racing works. And so I'm not a fan of just running people to run them all the time. I don't know why that is. I don't know. Even when we go testing, we don't run each other. Isn't that weird?
Really?
Yeah. No, we just run individuals always. I don't even know of a time we ever raced each other. Maybe Riley and Kyle might have run each other one time messing around at the very end of a long day or kind of thing. But no. Like, yeah, when I race, I only want to do it at like for a race. You know what I mean? I don't know why. It's just how it is.
I get it.
Yeah. I'm not cut out for this drag racing thing.
No?
No, I don't think I am. It doesn't sound like it to listen to me. It certainly doesn't sound like it, man. Holy shit. All right, give me another question.
All right, Yeti B, how is the testing with the new software going? Anything besides the graph that you can talk about?
Again, you guys already know. No, these were some things that, after like we talked about, after the 5-stage, because that's really a better deal, and it made everything better and smoother, and then a little tweaking on the slew and the punch to make everything smoother between. Once those were done, then in an early show, I think we kind of talked about this sort of list of things. And so going fast is number one. Providing people with a speed control that will allow them to tune it to be faster than everybody else and more consistent was the number one most important thing. There was nothing else that was more important than that thing. And so the focus was on that. How do we make this speed control faster and more consistent and easier to tune? Well, there you go. 5 stages, a little more finite timing in between the stages, a way to slope the time between the punch so it's smoother in between all the stages, so it's not a bang, 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 bang as it goes down the track, and then a way to really put the slew out there in a clean way that it made sense. You could put it in and you understood, okay, for a tenth of a second, I'm adding 14 degrees. If I have, 28 degrees, then basically in 0.2 of a second, I have all the turbo in. Okay, simple. That's all. All those things were just to make you faster, make it easier to go faster, more consistent. Then, step 2. Okay, what can we do to make it a little more interactive better? Make it do things like we want. Well, the second part of my list was, I want to be able to name shit. I want to be able to go in there and make a tune and name it what I want it, and then save it somewhere else, move it away, and then go on and do another one. Like I want to be able to go in there and basically just hit a button, and this is my soft tune, this is my hard, like whatever they are. As far as the graph thing goes, that was not. I knew people would want that, but to me, I like the numbers better, and I think a lot of people do too. It's probably a half and half thing, but whatever. The engineers there figured out a way, the software guys, that we can have both. Okay, cool. Make it nice and easy and simple and clean. I can look right at it. It's on my phone. It updates automatically. So easy. So that was kind of that. And we might be at a point now where we start revisiting some of the other crazy items that we had in there, some RPM limiters and some other things. Maybe going back to those and seeing what we can pick out of that. It's like we had this pile of ideas and things, like what if it could do this? What if you could adjust this? What if you could adjust this and do this? Okay. And so we kind of have this pot of all these little things, and we tried little things here and there, and like, that's kind of good, or it didn't really make anything faster, and it just seemed like more shit to adjust, so that's not a good thing. That's a negative. Let's move away from that. And so we'll probably go back to that little bucket again, Colin and I, and start picking through it and seeing, now that we've got it here, now what would work better. But I mean, I don't know that there's much more currently we should do to, the 5-stage setup and all that. I'm a huge fan of how it works. I think it's very smooth, very controllable, very easy to tune and understand once you've got some pretty simple lessons from me or the myriad of people out there that are now running the speed control that can help you out. So, I mean, gosh darn it. I mean, I don't know how to say this, but it's pretty great. I don't know what else to do. Other than let's improve the motor. And then, like I said, if the chip thing goes away, then maybe we can come up with a more of a, I guess, to say it in this way without saying it in this way, 8th scale kind of style, can handle a little more pop, a little more pull, same awesome tuning ability. Able to put maybe a 2.0 motor in there and really let her rip. So, there's some other things. We all use the GNSS unit. So, I've always kind of had the idea that something like that coming with it would be cool. Another way to tune. Like if you had all that in one package, that'd be pretty bitchin'. So there's a lot of ways to go still. So don't fear not. But I mean, honestly, if you have things in mind that you think, hey, what if they could do this or that? Again, feel free to message me and let me know. I'm always willing to take in any suggestions you have, whether good, bad, or indifferent. I won't judge them, and I certainly don't make the decision on whether they make it or not. It's a lot of people that we all kind of give our feedback on things. So, but yeah, if you see something that you think that we can make it better, but I mean, gosh dang it, I just don't know what I would change right now on it, Matt. I've never had a speed control like that I don't know what I would do. I mean, it's so
many options.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, I know. I've run software that has a lot more options than what we have available for the public, and it's not any better. It's just more shit to change. Like this is such a refined version of all those little things. Like I guess if everybody had if I could somehow show you all the different stuff. And then showed you how, but see, in this, now in the slew or now in the punch, it's now controlled through this. And so now you don't have to make this adjustment anymore. It's all part of this. And it's so clean and neat. And the app is now arranged the way I like it with, all the stages. And then the turbo comes in and the app scrolls that way so that it all makes sense how it flows. And, yeah, man, I really can't be happier with the whole product and what we've been, able to accomplish in just this year, really. Like it's been amazing. It's been amazing. So,
all right, next one.
Yeah, go for
I hate
it.
to cut you off, but we got lots still.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, we're not going to get to all of them. I can tell you right now.
All right, Kyle Christie, have you heard of any new races coming up that maybe at a draft? We talked about that.
2 or 3 more.
Yeah,
So
hundreds.
pick them good. How's that for pressure?
You've been told. All right, we'll go with. I'm gonna pick through here right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it's hot today or tonight out here. It's like 90 something.
Well, we don't very often get questions from females in here, and I have one from a Veronica Edwin Venezuela. I want to say Villanueva.
All right,
going with that.
I like it.
When setting up, I'm wondering if this is like a husband-wife combo duo Facebook page, but whatever. When setting up a mid-motor car, how do you keep it consistent and straight? Seems like my car changes day to day. Well,
I have kind of the same problem.
You could do what off-road racers do and sometimes just throw their car across the table.
Yeah, that does work. Like I would think I was saying earlier, get in a better habit of changing your shock oils and diff lubes. I feel like these cars have to be kept so fresh. It's a little crazy. But I really am thinking that I have to show up with this car every time. I mean, absolutely everything pristine. Oil change, everything is perfect and fresh and perfect. And then, hopefully, if my prep is good and I'm not a dummy, I could go a few passes straight. But I'll tell you, that's the trick. That is the whole point from day one when we came up with this whole Street Outlaw idea was rubber tires. It's supposed to be hard. We really expected when I first talked about this, even on the show when we talked about it, I expected you to have to get in and out of the throttle. Like, that's what I thought. Like, how fun would this be if we just were pegging the throttle left and right, trying to get it down there? Kind of a mess. And that was how it was. But, of course, to go faster, people figure out ways to eliminate all those things because those things are distractions and they keep you from going fast. So, better chassis, better aerodynamics, better tires, better tire compounds, better tire prep, better motors, better speed controls, better batteries. And here we are today. And we have all those things. We have Max Amps makes a whole bunch of the best, fastest drag batteries you can buy. I mean, anybody who's fast is running them. That's all there is to that. I don't have to preach them anymore like I used to the fight. McLaren, we make a speed control 100% made for drag racing, for this kind of drag racing specifically. There's tons of tires out there, tons of bodies, tons of chassis, as we talked about. So it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Agreed.
It's so crazy to race toy cars. It's
all right,
so
ready for
crazy
another
to
one?
race toy cars. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes my car runs shitty.
Hey there, Tim and Matt. This is from Todd
It's
Dixon.
kind of a pity. It's okay. It's okay. My car runs shitty. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead. Sorry. If you don't
All
stop
right.
me, I'll just keep going. So.
What are some tips and advice you would give to someone ahead of hosting their first no prep RC race event with a new club? Ways to prepare and things that can help the event go smoothly while making sure everyone is having a great time.
Oh. That's what
Well, if it's your first time, it's going to be an uphill battle. However, if you're organized and have your quote unquote ducks in a row, that'll be helpful. What I would really truly suggest is actually reach out to somebody like Coy Roberts and ask him. He's been doing it for a while. He runs a tight ship when he is race directing and, kind of running the show. So I would say go to for him.
Go to somebody who actually
off-road race
runs a
directing
race.
more than anything. So I'm not.
Yeah, go to somebody who actually runs races. Really runs them.
Yeah. I haven't quite done that quite yet. And once I kind of tackle that and, kind of have a good figure on it, then I'd gladly answer that question.
I think it's important. Well, and you know who else you could ask? Kyle in here, because him and his wife run races all the time. Kyle, they run very efficient races. They have it all down. So he's a great person to reach out to. He does in no preps. He does them on a small scale like you're talking about, or a smaller scale, 30, 40 guys, kind of thing. So if that's what you're looking for, Kyle Christie is the guy to reach out to. He will totally be able to smart you up. So,
yep.
What else you got, Matt? What else you got?
All right. This is a really important one from our friend Biggie Paul. How many pancakes can you eat?
About 3.
Fair enough.
Yeah. 4 is really, my tummy gets swelled up at 4. So, yeah, about 3. I like a waffle better, though. Crispier. Give me another
All
one.
right. Sean South, how many transmissions will Todd go through in Tulsa? Todd was bad fast on Sunday.
Yeah, it sounds like he went through a few. I don't know. He's got to figure that little problem out.
I say about 4.
But quick. So, yeah, he better be bringing a bunch of idler gears, I guess. I don't know.
All right,
I didn't ask him. Was he spitting metal gears apart or aluminums?
I don't know. No, I think he was running all plastic. So.
Okay, well, that's understandable. I got aluminums in mine, so I should be good.
Probably. Jim Badman Bice, what do you guys think of using internal springs in the rear shocks under the pistons to bring the rear of the car back down after launch? This is something we used in rock crawling days many years ago to help keep the chassis low. Worth trying it out. Also, has it been done before to your knowledge?
Yes, I know a few people that did try it early on. I do know what you're talking about because I saw it a lot in crawling stuff. I mean, I guess it would work, like I said, anything will work if it's a setup you like and things are in the ballpark you want them to be in. But from what I've seen, the guys are really fast. I mean, one, of course, it's a decent surface, but the cars are low, the cars are flat, and the cars are stiff. I've seen a lot of that. Now, I do know a couple people that run some pretty soft cars, and they're fast, so which is the right way? I don't know. Whatever one works for you, I guess. I run about 90 weight in the rears. I like it a little bit stiff, but I've been running stiffer oil actually in the front of my undercover car just because under braking and everything, it was collapsing the front end too much and just slamming the chassis into the ground. So I thickened it up to keep that from happening. But
All right. That works.
give me how many more should we have?
Well, I'll tell you how many we have left.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like we have. There's like 12 questions left in total.
Dude, that's a lot. Oh, shit. When you hit 4, I was like, okay, we could do that. 12. All right, start. Let's go. Let's see how fast we can go through 12.
All right, Yeti B. So I had a question on the transmission internals.
Okay.
I had a bad crash and I broke my transmission case once apart. I found my diff was tweaked, putting it out of balance and wobbling. I put it on, thought, whoa.
He's telling you a story before he gets to his question, it sounds like.
Yeah, Yeti, bro. You got to proofread this before you hit enter. I'm guilty for it too. Trust me. My stuff doesn't look good on the internet if I don't proofread. It looked terrible.
You guys.
You just got a couple of autocorrects in here that have made it a mess. That's
you guys
all.
should
That's
see
what
how I
I'm
texted these guys. I don't know how they read it.
Well, I guess what he's looking to ask here is he's looking to go to the aluminum over the plastic, and he's wondering, is it weight over
gear?
balance question? Like, is it
gear?
worth it?
Yeah, of course. It's only aluminum.
Yeah, I
It's
think you'd be
spinning.
all
Who
right.
cares? Yeah, I have all aluminum.
Won't be a big deal. I don't think. Aluminum.
Although I have a steel top shaft idler, or top shaft and idler in my Vanishing Point MIP, and then my other MIP is all aluminum. Aluminum top, aluminum idler, aluminum diff. The other one is steel aluminum. If that matters. I don't know. They're both super smooth, so it doesn't really matter.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Yep,
Joe Zaire Jr.
Faster.
Have you messed with liquid wrench or PB blaster for traction compound on the no prep cars? Also, as soon as Canada opens up at all, will Matt find a way to move to the U.S. just to get away from the nonsense that's happening up there?
Yes. Faster.
Yeah, I would. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would. I'm going to Arizona. I'll go live by Todd.
Faster. Yeah, that'd be nice. First question, PB Blaster 3-in-1, whatever. Yes, I did used to use that on the Trex's Funny Cars on the drag strip. It made them good, but I have not used it on any of these. So I don't know. But I know guys that would have already used that, and if it was working, they'd still be using it. So it must not be as good as what we're using now. Dude, if you saw how sticky this shit is now, you'd laugh at that oil. That's not gonna do anything. This is glue. This is paste. Give me another one. Come on.
All right, Ricky James, Tim, and Matt. How are you all doing? What does routine maintenance look for your race programs? Does it differ for different types of racing y'all do?
I break my shit so much. That's my routine now. I just bring it home and fix all the things I broke and rebuild everything. So
I would assume mine's going to be very similar to my off-road regimen, which is kind of check the car over after every kind of hit and, nothing too extensive while I'm out there. And then probably Tim's going to hate me for this, but you'll be lucky if I change the shock fluid after I figure out what works for the whole season.
Yeah, maybe that's the way to go.
And my off-road cars get their shocks built once, and it's usually at the end of the season before the end of the season race.
I want to win $40,000.
I also don't race every week. I think if I raced every week, I might rebuild them more often. You know what I mean?
Well, I think if you're going this fast, too.
Probably. All right.
The diff wise.
Chip
Puccio
is 30% too soft for stage 1. I'm running sticky voodoos, heated and warmer, 65 throttle, and slipping a bit off the line.
What did you say at the first? 30?
30% too soft for stage 1?
I run 43 in the VP car, and that's about all I can get away with. But it's weird is in the undercover car, I can run almost 50. But the car's not faster, so I don't know. I don't know anything right now.
You're kind of stuck in that one. All right, fair enough. I
know.
This one's an easy one to answer. Lonnie D. Turk. I hope I said that right. What time on Tuesday?
Right now.
All right, fair enough. Sweet. And John McDonald wants to know, when will this be on Podbean?
John McDonald had a question. It was about the show. When will it be available? When will it be available?
Almost
will it be available? It'll be available tomorrow. There you go.
All right, John McDonald. How do different rotors affect the 3.5 and the 4.5 motors? For instance, a 12 millimeter, 12.5, and a 13 millimeter.
Yeah. Bigger is better.
No.
That's all there is to it.
More torque, closer it gets
I discovered
to the
that
walls, the
fun
more
fact in drag racing around 1990. Actually, I discovered that fun fact in drag racing around about 90, 91. Somewhere in there. More magnet, more better. I've never had too much magnet. How's that? Never. More magnet, more better. Less air gap.
all of the magnet.
Yeah. So, I'm a huge fan and promoter of big ol' rotors. Make big ol' mile an hour in power. They also pull a ton of amps, but I don't care about that in 132 feet. I just want to go. So, yes, I love them. Love them.
The biggins.
Yep. More big.
All righty. Steve Raymond. What's the maximum amount of total timing you can run without any adverse effects to the motor and ESC? My son's car is running I'm going to assume that's an M Max 160. That's pre-DRK.
Yeah.
And an R1 4.5 turn motor. He's at 28 degrees on the can and 60 on the ESC, coming in at the fastest slew rate we can. I believe it's level 10 on the M Max. I feel it's close to being maxed out. Can we throw more time in that, or should that be it? He's running 2.5s on the verge of 2.4s at 15 mile an hour, and it seems to have hit a wall.
It sounds like the battery. That's a short answer, honestly. It sounds like the battery. You should be going faster than that. I would need to see, again, going back to the earlier stuff I would need to see like a data log, see your RPM, see your voltage drop.
Something to give you a little bit of a...
Yeah. You could put a little more timing into it. Don't tell anyone I told you to do that, but you could bump the can. You could bump the can a couple of degrees, but I don't know that. I mean, you're not running that fast for that much shit you're pouring into that thing. So there's some other issue going on there, to be honest with you. You should be running much faster than that. Much more mile an hour than that. So something's not right.
Well, there's that answer.
Yeah. I don't think it's your timing
we're almost
or
there,
your
buddy.
boost or any of that kind of stuff, I guess is what I'm getting at. I think it's something else. So, gotta look.
All right, Jason Bray. Any reason you're not on the top 10 list in San Diego? Is it you're having a hard time getting on the list, or just that you're not trying? Not trying to throw shade, just really curious.
No, I've said on here many times I'm not really a list guy. You can ask Kyle that. He's had several list races, and I usually don't go to them. I actually did think about going to this one this weekend, but a couple of things. One, because I broke the car in so many pieces and all that, I didn't want to show up at a race and then have to race it again because I didn't feel like, I didn't feel like the car was going to... I thought the chances of the car being awesome from the first hit out were probably not great, and so I didn't want to go to another race and show up to the first round with a car that's not really great in my mind. So that, and like I said, I wanted to go look at a couple trucks. I really want to get that worked out. So, no, it has nothing to do with it. I'm just not a list guy. Yeah, so, I mean, I guess I will at some point. I like Kyle, and I want to go to his races and support him. So, that would be the only reason I would go and do a list race. Absolutely, 100% the only reason would be to support my friends racing. That is it. Like I said, I like to go to, honestly, even when we were racing on the track and all that stuff, I mean, I would go and race every weekend or whatever we raced and all that, but the track was for tuning and testing for me. Big races were what I cared about. You know what I mean? Like, I could go and test every weekend with Kyle, and I'm as happy as a clam, no problems. And then as soon as there's a big race like Super Chip or Florida or anything, I'm there. I want to go race there. That's where I want to go race.
Fair.
So
Perfectly fair.
it's kind of how I see it now. I really enjoy testing. I really enjoy, trying to figure out new things for the software and for all of us to go faster. I really like that part of the hobby now. I don't care so much about going to every little cash race for $300. It's just I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I've raced too long, and it kind of bothered me actually when we drove back after the race. Well, the other day when I didn't go on Saturday to the list race, I was talking to my wife, and she was like, "Are you sure? You know, is something wrong? You're not going?" I'm like, "No." I go, "I just really don't want to go." I go, "The only thing that really bothers me, I guess, is it doesn't bother me that I'm not going." Like in years past, I would think I'd be like, "Oh man, I really want to race. Oh my gosh, I want to. Why didn't I go? I should have went. I should." But I wasn't. I was like, "Oh, I really don't want to." I was the exact opposite. Like I didn't really want to go. I didn't want to get up and get showered and get my stuff packed and all that. I was like, I'd rather just hang around the house and do a few things and just chill out, shut down a little bit.
So you wanted a downtime. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, maybe that's it. And that's kind of what I told myself, because I was like, well, I don't think I have to feel like I've given up hope on racing. It's not like that. I just didn't feel like racing. I'm just burned out. I've been doing this for 30 plus years. I might get burned out here and there. It could happen. And I know I've got this big race.
That totally could happen.
Yeah, and I mean, we've got Oklahoma in like 3 weeks, right? So I kind of got to get my head together, and if that means not racing, then that's what I need to do. Because, I mean, I do want to show up to that race and be competitive. I'm going there to try to win that race. I'm not going there just to hang around or take pictures or any of that kind of bullshit. I'm going there as a racer, and I'm going there with the intent to try to win that race. And it seems as though a few people are intent on making sure that happens too. So, yeah. I'm down to race, but yeah, I guess I just need to check out a little bit. There's been a lot, you guys already know all the bullshit that's gone on. Like, you got to get away from it.
All right. Rock Umbrino wants to know, what do you think of the Ford F-150 that he posted on one of your pages? It looks like the post may have got deleted, though.
He showed to me. It's cool looking. We already talked about it.
All right. Fair enough. Kevin Caston, what's going on, Tim and Matt? So I got 2 questions for you guys. Question number 1, there's been a lot of talk about tuning the radio being better than tuning with your ESC. What's your opinion on this?
No, it's not at all. It's impossible that it's better.
Yeah.
You're controlling the throttle and the timing and the space of all those things. The radio can't do those things. The radio can only control a time between a segment that you are setting up between a controller and the speed control. It's not based on the sensor wire reading RPM or anything like that. So, I mean, you can do a lot with radio for sure. Don't get me wrong. But to me, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but that's a silly question to ask me, because obviously I'm all for the speed control doing it, because that's what the DRK is all about. You don't need a $1,000 radio or whatever it is. They're nice. That's what I have, and that's what I like, but I don't think you really have to have one. Yeah, you do. You do, actually. All right, give me more questions.
All right.
Let's go. Come on.
Number 2, second part of it. Oh. Do you think that they're, with the tracks opening back up and the fact that no one can seem to be able to get products for drag racing anywhere, like any of the DRK products or any other brands, will drag racing start to suffer for this? I know that I was all into it for a while, but since I can't seem to get what I want very easily anymore, my car has just been sitting for a few months now. Thanks for what you guys do for free. And I have to agree with Kevin on this one. That's part of the reason why my car is still sitting on the shelf where it is. I tried to get a fairly large order put together from somebody. First out of the US, I won't even say the name of the hobby shop I reached out to, but I got ghosted after kind of giving them a list of what I needed and saying, like, just, give me a price, get me shipping to Michigan, and, we'll work this all out. That didn't happen. And then I ordered a bunch of stuff through a Canadian hobby shop that doesn't actually stock half of what they say they stock, and then I waited 8 weeks for nothing to show up and get my money back. So I get it. I get how this could become a big problem, and is already developing into a situation.
I want to disagree with him, but I have to agree. It has been unbelievably difficult. You guys don't even know this side of it. Like, companies can't stay in business if they can't sell product. Do you know what I mean? You could pre-sell all you want, but at some point you got to deliver on that shit. You know what I mean? And so you realistically, you can't pre-sell more than you really. At this point, all the companies know what they can get currently, like what their allotted amounts are going to be. It's unbelievably low and limited. Crazy low. Like the kind of low that we could be wiped out with 2 hobby shops making a decent order. Like that's the kind of allocations that you're getting for components and things. And so that's all you can make. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big problem. I tend to agree. It is hurting the overall racing and RC and everything. But I mean, in some ways though, it's a little bit accepted because, we're seeing it in everything. We're seeing it in new cars. We're seeing it in lumber. We're seeing it in plastics. We're seeing it in everything. So people are more accepting of it because of that and just kind of like, okay, we'll just hold our breath until it's over and then we'll get back to doing what we do. But yeah, it could run some people away. If it goes on and on, sure. Sure, absolutely. I haven't really had a problem. But I have the same speed control in my car that I've had. I've never changed it. The only time my speed control changed is when Colin took out the old MM one. I don't think I'm supposed to say the name anymore, because that's what I originally had because they didn't have any. But I have the same speed controls. Man, I put a ton of passes on them. I put way too many hits in a row. I still haven't heard it. So, all right,
you ready for the last one?
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Kelly A. Ray. Next test and tune you have that fits. I will come spend. Oh, that you have that fits. I will come spend all day if you have to get your VP to the 2's. But I'll probably only take a few passes.
Like another guy. Everybody wants me to go fast. Yeah. It's so heartwarming. They want me to stomp all the haters in the face. That's kind of fun, I guess. We're going to see, man. I'll get it figured out. I mean, I know it. I know what to do. I just can't seem to get all the pieces aligned. I keep getting a little out of alignment with everything. So, I don't know.
And that's all of it, folks.
Sound like I mean, I should have a fast car in Oklahoma. So we'll see how it goes. But like Todd said, there's going to be a lot of really fast cars, man. Even if you show up with a 1.9 car, you could be like number 10 on the list.
Move.
You know?
Imagine?
Dude, it's probably going to be that way. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't say that I got faith I'm going to go kick everybody's ass and win that race at all. Because I certainly do. At this time right now, I do not have a car to do that. I do not. But we'll see. I got a little bit of time, and I got a lot.
I have faith in you, buddy.
I got a lot of people that have a lot of love for this, so we'll see. Anyways, the featured item of the week, the TSR Speed Shop RC podcast featured item of the week is the new McLaren wireless corner scale system. It's called the G-Force Bluetooth.
Freaking sweet, eh?
Yep, it runs off a little app on your phone. You just throw it down the scales, throw your car on it. No wires, no mess, no fuss, no bust, no nothing. So nice, so easy, so purty, so yeah. You can pick it up on the McLaren website at $129.99. Buy 2, give me 1. How's that? That is our featured item of the week.
They keep coming out with this stuff. By the time I actually put in my first legitimate order for everything, I'm going to end up spending way more than I'm supposed to, but that's okay.
They don't stop.
I'm leaving the rest of the product for the people that really can use it right now. I'll get them in line when I actually need it and then wait months. And
I got one spare speed control that they just sent me somewhere over here. I got a box, brand new one. Not even taking it out. I don't think I broke the seal yet. But just waiting. All right. That's it, dude. Let's get out of here. I'm tired.
We did it. We made it through another episode.
Whoop, whoop.
We had lots of people that stayed with us for the whole thing, so that was great.
Crazy.
Number 1.
All right, everybody. We love you very much. Thank you to Max Amps, to MKS Servos, to McLaren Racing, Gropner USA, Cow RC, and of course, all of the awesome fans out there, all you rad people that get in here. Geez, like 3 o'clock. Been here for 4 hours. Crazy. Hanging out, listening.
Yeah, we're going to have to try and start getting in here a little earlier. The only problem is with Tuesdays is I have dinner with the children too.
I understand. We do it. Don't worry. All right. We love you all. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks for coming. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Inside me, lead me on my way. Oh Lord, live inside me, lead me on my way. Lead me home, lead me home. Oh Lord, in the darkness, lead me on my way. Oh Lord, in the darkness, lead me on my way. Lead me home, lead me home. Oh Lord, heaven's waiting, open up your door. Oh Lord, heaven's waiting, open up your door. Lead me home.